Hey, Alcott does want to get his clothes laundered. So we might have to get yours done too. Because a bomb of not so great stuff was thrown on you.
Directly
it was a fecal alchemy flask, yes.
What a creative use of alchemy.
He was very excited when we found.
He was so happy.
I do not doubt that.
What was the exact quote? I'm a weird guy. I like to touch poop.
Yes, exactly. That's it. Yes.
Oh, yes. Great.
Yeah.
That is now immortalized on Blue Box.
The clip still exists.
Yep.
The video is not on Twitch anymore, but the clip is still there for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One am I missing?
Hey, Johnny. Welcome, Pat. Steve, good to see you, sir.
Turn this down.
We are live on audio. We got about 3 minutes. We're going to go live here in just a couple of minutes.
Dark uprising.
Doing some last-minute adjustments.
Alright. Glitter everywhere. Forever.
I have played, at this point now, D&D for 3 days straight.
Really?
Yeah, so we had one session on Friday, and we ended at a cliffhanger where we were at a banshee's house out in the woods. And, and the people who play in that campaign are not particularly seasoned D&D players, so they were very excited to fight a banshee and do all this other stuff. So my DM was like, well, we can do another one tomorrow and just knock it out, get the combat out the way. And so yesterday, I got off work and got home from my brother's bachelor party and then played some D&D.
Okay.
It was a really short, it was just a get-together bachelor party. It was just us hanging out at the bonfire at his house.
He's not getting married?
He is.
Oh, okay, good.
But in March.
Hey, Keith, thank you for the sub.
Not the traditional bachelor party that you might imagine. But it was a lot of fun. So yeah, 3rd day of D&D in a row.
Good to see you. Nothing better than 3 days straight of D&D. Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on here, certainly on Blue Box, and man, our Discord has been on fire.
I've noticed it recently. People are just talking.
We got listen, which I love.
No, it's great.
You know, the idea was creating a third place. You know, you got work, you got home, and then someplace else you can go that you have fun and talk to people of like-minded stuff, and then. We'll talk about this more once we go live with video, but Evelyn, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The new bots, even though you ruined I was like almost 20th level before. And
the levels
are one. I was in 2nd place before, and now I'm definitely not.
Now there's like so many messages in the bot announcements that's like, you've leveled up, you've leveled up.
Oh, we got Shay. Good to see you, Shay O'Mac. Hey, man, it was great to talk to you last week as well. And I love all your cat pics and all your meat pics, and hope you're staying somewhat warm up there in the frigid Canadian North.
You know a thought that I had about the Discord? You should have a fan theories text channel.
Ooh, yes, like what's going on.
We are not allowed to speak in.
Okay.
Oh,
but they can
I
come
like
up with
theory.
Well, technically, any channel I'm allowed to speak in.
Well, I mean, I guess we are fans of the show too. Like, I am a fan of Greyhawk. I'm a player in Runelords, so I'm different.
Right.
I could have theories about Runelords.
You could.
I do have theories about Runelords.
Mousetrap! Did you see it?
No.
Mousetrap! It's only negative 40 Celsius today? No, that's not possible.
What is negative 40
That's
Celsius?
That's
like Neptune, right?
That was where it was for Vivi the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Negative Celsius actually gets closer and closer to Fahrenheit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
Once you reach a certain
slower.
Once you reach a certain point, they're indistinguishable from each other.
Long shot, 888. Good to see all of you. And 7, 6,
Oh wait,
5,
that is
4,
actually the meeting point.
Yep.
3.
Negative 40.
Is it?
Negative 40.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. 2, 1, and
We're live.
we are live. All right, so everybody stop looking strange. People can see you now. All right, so welcome.
I don't know if that's possible.
Is that really low?
It is really low.
It looks really good on
Well,
camera.
Great. If it looks great, then
I was
don't
gonna
worry.
say it's lower than.
Yeah.
I like the adjustments.
I just want to
Adjustments
look
are
my
good.
best on camera.
Well, he told us not to look funny, and I'm sorry, but I don't know if that's achievable.
Possible. Yeah.
Discord didn't say we're live, really? Uh-oh, so maybe the new bot needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, I might have to do some
that's okay.
tweaking with it.
All right, so welcome. All our Blue Box fans, thank you for everybody that's been so active in our Discord chat this week, and we continue to grow. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. Thank you, Terry, for that. We appreciate that.
Oh, thank you very much.
But it's going to be a fun game today, and hopefully no one dies. We'll see.
You say that every time.
I know. Well,
and
no, sometimes I say hopefully we'll have a TPK.
And don't forget, he gave you 2 disadvantages on Wednesday night for
I'm sorry,
today.
what? I can't hear you. What?
Don't forget, Macha gave you 2 disadvantages for today on Wednesday.
I don't know. There's something wrong with your mic. It's not working for me here. So we'll go through. We'll talk about what happened last time, and then of course we'll get to our player introductions. But let's start with our sponsors. And first among, not truly a sponsor, but we have to acknowledge the amazing event coming up on February 19th and 20th, Underdark Uprising, hosted by our own friend Jay Scott, Lord Gasumba, and it's going to be everything that's done there will be raised for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is one of our favorite charities here at Blue Box. We've done stuff for that as well, and we'll have a stream that we'll be hosting on that, and so I'll show you what that is. It's this one right here. So it's going to start promptly at 8 Eastern, Wiley Hobbit. Our own friend Scott will be hosting first thing in the morning, and then we will be summing up in the evening. Included in between there include Players Rejects and also Trollord games, and then we'll be live at 7 Central, 8 Eastern with a 4-hour Blue Box stream for the Underdark Uprising. And then the following day on the 20th, you got a full day started by Tim, the Ever Mysterious. He'll be the first thing in the morning, and it's going to be just an amazing couple of days. So make sure you join in. If you haven't yet registered, that's because you can't. There is no tabletop events on this, right? So unlike GaryCon, where you could do that, this one is just a word of mouth and all of our notifications. Make sure you're on these channels, and they'll be on our Discords. They're up everywhere. And hey, Gimbal, good to see you, sir. And then our normal sponsors include, of course, Dragon Crafting Guild. Except not really, except kind of really.
Yeah.
Is it a bit loud? All right, I like that actually. So turn your speakers down, Bill. Sorry.
It's heavy metal.
If it is, if the heavy metal is too loud, or you guys let me know if we're overly loud. And then we have Mantic Games and Mantic, makers of Terrain Crate. All kinds of fun stuff they've given. We've done some giveaways, and the painting that was done by Daniel Hutchback on the tree ant is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We'll be showing that on Tuesday night. He is fantastic, great painting. And Electrified Pan, good to see you, sir. Super active in the chat this week. And then our newest sponsor, Cozy Gamer.
Yay, Cozy.
Please support our sponsors. Check them out. Visit them. If you need dice, you need trays, you need terrain, Frederica draws, you need artwork. And of course, we had a giveaway this last week, which we'll talk about later as well. Please support our sponsors. It helps us on Blue Box as we continue to grow. And now we go back to our live stream. All right. What happened last time?
Last time, we started off at the very top with Cade's arm being completely regrown from where it had been severed a long time ago by a white in the middle of the swamps on our way to Fort Rannick, actually the first time we were going there. Oh, yeah. In between Turtleback Ferry and your ship. Yes. So Alcott was frantically taking notes as Cade screamed for rum in Cade's way of doing. Alcott actually quickly whipped up some more of the heavenly rum to help ease some of Cade's pain. Though the pain was a little too much for Cade and he passed out. But his arm did regrow just fine. The cleric then was a little worn out and, reminded the Alcott, who was at least still conscious at this point, of the promise that Cade and Alcott had made to go seeking the item underneath the shadow area of Magnamar, which is under the bridge. And then once Cade came back to consciousness, he proceeded to have a celebration of tossing his flask of rum back and forth, taking swig after swig as he did so. All the while, Irda was locked in battle with Ixon and two wraiths inside the blacksmith shop, trying her best to fight her way out and find justice after everything that Ixon had done to the party up to this point. They had exchanged quite a few blows, and Ixon was actually starting to look pretty bad. And then the skull on top of his staff shattered, and this black smoke came out and revivified him basically, and brought him back to greater strength. And he looked even more beastly than he had up to this point. Then they went back to Alcott and Cade, who were making their way down the street. Cade started celebrating by doing cartwheels, most impressive feats of acrobatics, as he swooped a woman as he landed his final cartwheel.
Punctuated by a nat 20 on the roll, yes.
Yes. He swooped a woman into a deep kiss, which she robbed him blind in the process of, and got away.
I still have you, Rob.
And all your gold.
As Alcott and Cade continued on toward the blacksmith shop, Eamon actually caught sight of the spectacle ahead of him that Cade was creating, and rejoined them and took you do great attention. But yes, Eamon then grabbed Cade by the arm and kind of was asking him to, lay low a little bit. When they looked further down the street at the blacksmith shop, they noticed Alcott specifically, noticed a strange bit of black smoke rising from the blacksmith shop, to which he immediately dimension doored the group toward the blacksmith and opened up to find. And at that point, Irda had been fighting Ixon. He actually used the enchanted rope again to bind her and hold her in place.
And when you say again, so our newer viewers, we've got a lot of new viewers.
Yes.
Why do you say again?
So previously, the very first time that we had been to Fort Rannick, after we had cleared all of the ogres out that had taken over the fort, Ixon there had been some very deep disagreement and hostility between Ixon and Irda specifically, but Cade was actually starting to turn on Ixon as well. Solomon definitely had, and so that was the moment where Ixon betrayed the party, revealed himself to be in league with a lich, and he is trying to make himself a lich as well.
And you first, so for our old time viewers, you'll like this, or if you're a newer viewer, you'll appreciate. So this started, go back and watch Evelyn's fantastic recap of the first 15 episodes. It's on our YouTube channel. There was a critical part of this entire campaign was the foxglove ritual to become a lich, and it was revealed when they were exploring Foxglove Manor, not to be confused with the Foxglove townhouse, and you saw the ritual parts of becoming a lich, and Ixon was fascinated during that stream and really drew himself into it.
So that betrayal happened, and as he was leaving the fort, he locked both Cade and Solomon into full body, hold person, they were completely frozen. They couldn't speak. They couldn't do anything. Irda, however, was just bound by rope, and she was able to basically chastise Ixon and call him out for betraying the party. She vowed at that point that she would be the one to end him someday. And so he left with his master and left the party at the fort at that point. So this rope that she had been bound by previously back at Fort Rannoch when Ixon first betrayed the party was very familiar to her, so she was very concerned when it appeared. So he bound it around her neck. She was held helpless, could not move, could not speak this time, he was brandishing his dagger towards her wings, and she was very worried that she was about to lose her wings. But he ended up taking several feathers off of her wings, or one of her wings, before saying that he had no interest in fighting a mouse without claws or teeth. I can't remember the exact
and not just feathers, like he scraped it along, like drew blood, skin off the top of the wing.
And so he left her to fight against the wraiths in the shop. She had actually consecrated the ground in the shop, so she had a bit of an easier time dealing with the wraiths after she had done that. But thankfully, at this moment, that's when the shop door burst open, and Alcott, Cade, and Eamon joined in. Alcott completely destroyed one of the rays with magic missiles, and Cade actually finished off the other one with quite a feat of rapier skill. So once they were all finally defeated, Irda ran to the blacksmith to check and see if he was all right. She gave him some healing, and he basically, the party had asked if they could inspect and see if maybe they could figure out any clues from what had been around from the fight. Alcott did a bit of collecting of the blood from Ixon, actually, that he found on the ground, and he looked around a little bit more for other things, but didn't really come across anything else useful. So the blacksmith went to rest, and the party went back to the Foxglove townhouse, which previously we had gotten there with two changeling type creatures that we had defeated. The house is in massive disrepair. The exterior and interior both. It's dusty, it's musty, and it's just unpleasant. But it is a familiar place, and it is a place that they knew would be a possible refuge for the evening. And during the evening, they began to talk about what happened, which is what happened in the Discord text channel.
All right, and tell us what happened in the Discord. So if you're not in our Discord, you're missing out. Blue Box, I don't know what happened this week. It was some of our new fans, and if I say some names, I'll forget others, but we got a lot of people that have joined, and really now the Discord is growing to where I wanted to see it. It's a great community, and you want to be in there. There's fun talk about all kinds of gaming, minis, terrain, painting, old school books, different channels and streams, and then also, of course, each of our campaigns, right? So we have a Greyhawk Awakening offline channel, and this week we had a Foxglove Townhouse channel, which was sort of a text-based RP between streams. So you get the full Blue Box experience by being in the Discord. It is so much fun, and today, Alcott, played by Thomas, is going to give us our what happened in the Discord this week.
So it began, last week we kind of left off with Alcott talking to Ray, and Ray was about to reveal some sort of secret of Ixon, or probably just some funny goblin joke, who knows. So after that, Alcott went up to Irda and asked her to reveal every bit of knowledge that she previously had about the fight with Ixon, anything that he used, any spells he might have used, potions, details about what he looked like, any powers, so that Alcott could do any kind of research that might be relevant.
Right.
The main things that he learned from that was the contingency that was used to bring him back after he was brought low.
Right.
And the fact that he no longer needs to drink a potion to gain beast form. He is just cool all the time.
Yes.
Which is powerful. After that, Alcott asked Irda for her axe so he could cast Identify on it, which he then went ahead and did. I wrote a nice little detailed thing about how Alcott casts identify, which I haven't done on the stream before, but I really like it. It's really cool. Then Alcott approached Eamon, asked him about the thing that occurred with Irda and the explosion. Wanted to know a little bit more about Eamon's perspective on it. Wanted to know if he had any magical senses going on, because Eamon had a very visceral reaction to that, and maybe Eamon knew some secrets. Eamon basically just said it was something from his past, didn't really go into detail about that, didn't really want to either, and said, unfortunately in this case, it's a lich, it's extremely powerful, there's nothing really more I could tell you than you already know yourself. Which doesn't necessarily dissuade Alcott to his idea that he thinks he can dispel it anyways. And then
to see. Yeah.
And then Eamon goes over to Cade and says, "It's sorry for grabbing your arm so vigorously the day before or earlier today, but it was more of an excitement about seeing the arm back entirely." And
how did it feel under that?
He wanted to know a little bit more about the process of getting your arm back. Alcott said it was awesome, magically. Cade was in a lot of pain, so Cade offered Eamon some rum. And then Alcott and Irda talked a little bit about what Irda wanted to do tonight to maybe get their money back from the Lord Mayor, who didn't do a very good job.
Oh, I know what we're doing with the Lord Mayor.
And Irda and Alcott kind of decided maybe now is not the best time to do that because there's a mad killer looking for them.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
So, with all that said, thank you so much. Great job. Level 4 hype train. Thank you, everyone.
Did you see about 5?
I got.
Yeah, she got way more than
5.
But Johnny's threatening 10 against you, so we'll see if that happens.
Did you do your pose, your battle pose?
I think I got all my advantages. I wrote them down. Thank you to all of our mad chatters. You guys are the best. And quickly, tell us just a little bit about your PC, and let's jump into the game. Let's
you have to open your package from Rory because he just asked me about it. He's like, did you pick it?
Okay, wait. Yeah, we got an unboxing here.
Big intro.
We should do an Instagram live too, but
okay. And today, so our giveaway today is the last spot in my Underdark Uprising one-shot, and you are not going to want to miss that. I have been prepping and preparing. I have the amazing Carlos Lysing, who has assisted me. I have special terrain. I have things you've never seen before on this channel that will be unraveled. Oh, let's go!
Yes,
we got a level 5! No,
level 3 complete.
Yeah, 3 complete. All right, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the advantages.
And I am unboxing here. Rory.
Likely a glitter
who
bomb.
plays Gimbal on Tuesday nights.
Likely.
And what do we have here? We have... What is this? I have no idea what this is. Lake Superior Art Glass.
Okay, it is full of glitter as well.
There's glitter everywhere. Thank you so much.
You should have let him get glitter bombs.
Oh my gosh, I got glitter.
I was gonna say,
everything.
I already see it.
This is no.
I think I'm gonna start adding glitter to the packages that we send out.
It's booby trap.
The dice
He is a gnome.
He booby trapped me with this glitter.
Oh, illusionist gnome.
Even worse, yes.
So, oh no, dude, my room, it's gonna mess up my cameras. All right, so, all right.
We're gonna get the glitter effects, glint effects in the...
I think it's just a giant cube of glitter. Okay. Oh my gosh. You knew. That's why you wanted me to do this. Oh my gosh! Who's gonna? All right, so Rory, I'll
This
pay
is
for
why I'm still covered in glitter.
Okay.
Days later.
I'll pay for your plane ticket to come clean this up. Oh no! Please tell me it's not a dinosaur. Please tell me it's not a dinosaur. Oh, God. It's a glitter bomb dinosaur. Oh my, more glitter. This is unbelievable.
Oh, there's
All
so
right.
much more glitter.
I'm sorry we have to cancel the stream today, guys. All my equipment is broken.
Yeah, we're gonna be cleaning.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh, that's
Oh, it is a glass-born Stegosaurus, I believe. Look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Rory,
so
I only
cool.
hate you a little bit. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. So we will. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. This is not. This is like
my kitchen Tuesday night.
This is microfine glitter.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
not
I
just
know,
glitter.
I
This
know.
is like.
John,
what is this?
I know.
What is this?
I don't know, but it's
This is-
everywhere.
This is not just glitter. This is. Oh my gosh. All right. Dave.
Oh my God.
Fiberglass.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
You did receive the first glitter bomb. It's
I
true.
got glitter bombed hard. Thank you very much, everyone, I guess. How's the cam look? Everything looks good to me. Mics sound good. And we're going to go around real quickly and introduce the players, and then we're going to jump into the game. Let's start with you, Cade.
Huzzah! I am your ever-loving pirate. I now have 2 arms, which come in real handy these days.
See what you did.
Thank you, Johnny, for the 5 advantages. Pet draws, you are on my naughty list. Let me see. Oh, the mayor is on my spotlight. I'm zeroing in on him. He will be keelhauled, I promise.
Are you tired?
And let me see. I love gold, witches, and rum. But I love rum first.
Well done, Cade. So before we go to Eamon, I want Rory to know everybody should tune in Tuesday night to watch Gimbal die horribly as a result of the glitter bomb. That he, like this, I don't know what this stuff
John,
is.
I still have it on my pants from my birthday.
It's all over you. This is
Yes.
This is demonic. Whatever this stuff is. All right,
Got a
Eamon.
raid.
Thank you.
I am Eamon, a level 8 half orc magus, and he's just rejoined the party from some errands in the morning, and he's very interested in Cade's arm being back.
Yes.
Very interested.
Well done, Alcott.
Alcott Air Rider Devereaux, Wizard Extraordinaire, level 9, human, and currently laughing a lot at the DMs.
Oh my gosh.
Here to cast glitter
This
dust.
is evil. This is evil.
I was thinking you should have opened it over your snow scene, so it would have been
Blended in.
consistent.
Would have been easy.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
That's all I've got.
All right.
Alright, hello everyone, I am Yardali Angel. I am an Asimar. I am a level 8 Scald level 2 Paladin of Saren Ray. Yeah, we just had a very intense battle, and we're trying to get prepared to take care of the situation in Magnaramor, as well as we need to get back to Fort Von Frost very soon, because the people there need us to help them rebuild and
All
make
right.
their new lives. So.
Well done, all. And yeah, sorry it took us a little bit longer today. We started a bit late and had no idea that I was going to be assaulted today by glitter. So we're going to get started, and let's switch to the cam so you can see Foxglove Townhouse. And this, of course, is, yeah, you can go ahead, and if it's hard for you to see.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Do we need taller chairs?
No,
So inside the townhouse,
I'm just short.
inside the townhouse, you are surrounding Irda. You have just finished casting your Identify. You also feel a sense of, concern. There is the worry. Ixon does know where this place is, and yet Irda, you reasonably didn't feel like Ixon was threatening an immediate return, but you never know when
Yeah, right.
he might return. And so we begin there, PCs.
So, what
what
can
did
you tell
what
me
did I learn
about
about
my
her?
ex?
So, Alcott, it's clear this axe has a keen edge. Not a keen edge, but a masterwork edge, rather. So it's masterwork. So it says +1, just from that. That's not an arcane thing. That's just the actual craftsmanship.
Right.
But there's also a +1 enchantment. So there has been some sort of enchantment placed on this axe. But as you're looking at it, you sense something strange. There is something more arcane, but alloyed with something different. Please roll spellcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be so cocky. It's a
I know,
Yeah.
because last time I did that, I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm going to use an advantage just to try and ensure that that doesn't happen. What is my spellcraft? Okay. Yeah, I just got 5. Why not?
And the total is?
35.
Irda, you see Alcott. He's been hovering over this axe for some time. Something between prayer and meditation and casting. And he begins to lean up as though he's divined what it is, and then he halts. Alcott, you sense something. Did you do that because I have glitter on my face?
No.
Oh, okay. Don't do that to me. All right. You sense something strange, and as you lean back over, you're able to determine something very unusual happened. When the battle with Ixon occurred, and this axe, already freshly enchanted, still somehow open to further enchantment, between the presence of the undead spirits and the consecration that Irda cast, something else was alloyed and infused into this axe. It is an undead slaying axe. So it has an additional +1, so it becomes +3 total against undead, along with +2 armor class against all undead. Some strange, again, alloy of the arcane and the divine, the consecration. It puts something into this axe which was not intended to be there. I'll let you tell her.
Yeah, I finish up with one. I close my eyes and I finish up with one last agnoskis. Irda, you've done something miraculous and you didn't even know you did it.
What did I do?
Well, first off, it is enchanted +1. In character, I say that. It is extremely keen, magically so, in fact.
Yes.
And your fight with Ixon has imbued the weapon with something divine. It will certainly help you fight the undead a bit better than you might normally.
All right.
Keep you safe, too.
So, what is the enchantment otherwise? DM?
So it's +1.
So it's a +2
enchantment,
normally.
+1 for Mastercraft, so it's
Okay.
+2.
Plus
And it is
2.
considered a magical weapon.
Right,
But
it's
it's
magical.
+3
and then
against-
it's +3 against undead, along with the AC bonus that you
So
receive
+1,
against
+1,
undead.
+1
Exactly.
Okay, so.
on 3 different things.
Okay, I'll have to figure out how to do this
And
now.
Hutchback, you're right. It does have Ixon's name on it.
I'm so excited.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I will relay all of that.
Okay.
All right.
And so, yeah, this is going to be like, thank you.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank
very,
you.
very good to know.
I've never seen anything like that before.
I knew it felt really nice. All right. Well, anyway, you mentioned something about me possibly using the tiny hut tonight.
Keep us safe?
It is a very good idea. One moment.
I will certainly be taking my own precautions tonight. Sorry to everyone else. I can't help you out. But I'm scrawny and small and don't want to die in my sleep.
Is there room for me?
In the hut, certainly. In my armor, no.
What?
Do you have prayer today?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're creating the
I'm
axe.
saving my stats so that I have that.
What did Ray tell me?
Ray whispered in your ear that he knows. Ixon watches every moment, sees everything. And in these words, Ray still has some affection for Ixon, you can tell.
I need to get better pickles.
After I
need to
say
get
that,
pickles at all.
after he says that, I'm gonna go up to Cade. Cade, there is a distinct possibility that Ixon still has some sort of connection to Ray.
Oh. Well,
I'm out of earshot of Ray.
is he using him to spy on us?
That is my assumption. However unclear it may be.
I've had the worst luck with goblins, I'm telling you what.
There are other magics to look in on people from great distances that I'm aware of, cannot cast, but
You mean
it would be easier for him him to
So we
have
put him in a bag.
Do you mean like scrying spells?
Yes,
Yes.
which I don't doubt Ixon has available to him.
Ah, stinking goblin's gonna betray me.
I mean,
And I do have.
he's done nothing wrong.
Oh, but when it comes to Ixon, you know he's gonna choose him over me.
I mean, he certainly still has affections for him.
Well, I've had others die.
I mean, he did create him.
Well, what do we do?
Unsure.
Be cautious.
I remember I did cast Detect Magic on Ray, correct?
Yeah, and you sense like he still has one or two tiny little vials and whatnot, but there was nothing more that you detected. But Ray comes walking over. He sees this conversation happening.
Oh,
Is your tongue still going?
Is my comprehend
Or
languages
comprehend
still up?
languages.
How long does it last?
That's actually really good. I think it was, so it would be 90 minutes.
Yeah, it is still active, almost gone.
Okay.
The most existential question you could imagine. Ray, as he walks over, looks at the group and says, "What is God?"
Wait. Really? Ray, are you alright?
What'd he say?
Ah, shoot, I lost
He
him.
repeats the question, "What is God?"
All right, Alcott, what'd he say, man?
He's asking, what is God?
Buster and Barnacles, why is a goblin asking about God?
Well, yeah,
He's a goblin
there are
with
more.
butterfly wings.
Yes, but there are many deities.
Can I
in-
sense motive behind what he's saying?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll d20 for me. Add your sense motive.
There are many deities in.
Yeah, so like
Why would he even know?
yeah, so like she says
He's
maybe
around me all the time. I do have a god that I am the paladin for.
Well, I didn't even think he could comprehend that.
Well, he's not stupid, Cade.
23 total.
Well, he looks stupid.
so you don't know exactly why he's asking, but you did see his eyes cut over toward Irda, as though perhaps he'd heard her praying, and the subject of God has triggered something in him.
I think you're right. I think he's interested in what you do.
Why is Irda always right?
She's rather wise.
I tend to listen more than I speak. That helps.
Oh!
Are you saying something? You got something to say, Irda?
No,
There
Cade.
are lessons to be learned in every moment of life.
It
And I learned a lot.
is just how I learn best is to pay attention to what others say, and if that is the way things are to learn from, then that is how I learn.
Very wise.
But
Eamon seems to
wonder-
have something on his mind.
Perhaps he's questioning
His
who
loyalty.
his God is. And many people believe that their God has created them. Who has
That
created
is a
Ray?
very good question.
Uh-oh.
Good point.
Does he think Ixon's a god?
Wouldn't he?
Oh,
I'm not saying that he does or doesn't,
Maybe
but
he only
that
knows
may
of
be
the
his
one.
question.
it is a
I just looked
complicated matter.
Perhaps you could spend some
Different
time with
people
Ray
look at
tonight.
different Things. I could. I don't.
well, I don't think he likes me, so.
I have I have an idea for tomorrow.
Okay.
He does walk. He walks over to you. Is there all this conversation? He doesn't know what this is, and he does walk back over toward Cade, and he snuggles up. He lifts this shriveled husk of a pickle that he still has in one hand and drops it to the ground, and snuggles up to you.
Once I have spent some time in prayer tomorrow, I can use the spell to be able to both speak and understand other languages.
Fantastic.
So perhaps I can have a better
More in-depth conversation.
with
I feel like that would
him
be
then.
good.
Yes.
And
right.
perhaps tomorrow we get you some new pickles.
Aye. How about that, Ray?
I have a couple other
Maybe
things I
you'll
would like
like
to
me
do.
more.
What other things does everyone need to do while we are here? I do know we need to get back.
Go to the Captain's Club.
Okay.
Can I ask what you seek to gain from that other than drunkenness?
A good old time. A little bit of gambling, dice.
Networking
good
for the new
ale.
bar.
I would like to get a stat. Oh, good idea.
Just a thought?
No, I
Make
need.
connections.
Yes.
I need a blacksmith for Vorfriend Trust, and a statue maker to make a statue of me.
Just you?
For the bar in Fort Von Frost?
No, me and Solomon and Fort Von Frost. I don't know. I'm just his buddy. I just thought I could be added to it. And then a statue of all of us in Magnamar. Not you guys. You can't.
There is not any. Kate, I hate to break your hopes here, but I have very high doubts that anybody will put a statue of us in Magnamar with the Lord Mayor.
Oh, I'll
still
get
in
rid of
power.
Lord Mayor. Don't worry about that.
That won't happen tomorrow or anytime soon, Kate.
We need to make a long-term plan for that.
I have vision for the future.
I am glad to see that. That's
plan.
good.
I have many, many plans for the mayor, and I hope you'll let me do them.
Since I mentioned of my idea, I can elaborate more on what my idea for this
Absolutely.
evening was. It's
Go
not
ahead.
going to happen because I don't think we can pull it off tonight. But my idea was, I have the ability to.
With rum, all things are possible.
Yes. So I
What a
had
catchphrase.
charmed the lovely assistant
Indeed.
of the mayor back there, and I was hoping to get access a little bit into the house because I can change what I look like. And I was hoping to use my angelic form but look like a different angel and come to the Lord Mayor and coax him to perhaps think about his life choices and to go on a different path.
Can I just throw him in prison?
No, we cannot do that. He is in power. It is very hard to upset that sort of power.
I could kidnap him, take him to my ship, and keel-haul him.
Kidnap.
And
He would already be
you don't
dead.
think that there'll be many people after him?
There would be
How do
everyone
people
after
like
you.
that guy?
Because money is very persuasive,
Yes,
as
and
you
he has
know,
much of it.
Kate.
Well, we have got to persuade the people.
Well, yes.
Ooh, that's why I must go to the captain's.
How about this, Kate? We start with Fort Von Frost. We
We're not there.
earn our stripes. We can get back very easily.
Okay.
He has his
Oh, well, I know it, right?
special magic that gives us
And
distances.
then, when we're in Fort Von Frost and everything there is a bit more
Stable.
stable, thank you, we can work our way back to Magnum.
Sounds like too much time.
Ixon had mentioned that he would go after the people that she loves. There are a few of those back at Fort Von Frost, and he
They-
knows of Fort Von Frost.
If nothing else, they are my duty. I made an oath to protect them, and I cannot abandon them with.
I'm here for you, Irda.
And at this point, Irda kind of looks at Kate's arm, like she noticed it before, but she didn't really fully process it because she's had a lot on her mind, and so it worked.
You notice it.
It looks. At least it's not weirdly gray like the thing that Ixon did.
It's an arm!
Yes.
That is the other thing.
How
What? It
how did
worked.
how did you were you able to pay the cleric to help you? What did it how did
We
it
were given a task that we must complete.
Yes.
a task?
Or
Aye, and you
Abadar
were
will be-
part of it.
Or Abadar will be
Congratulations.
unhappy with the two of us.
What sort of task? And what sort of person gives an arm and
It's a very,
offers a task
very
after?
interesting man.
I say that, but he gave me my arm. It's feeling mighty strong, not weak and spindly. I was a little afraid, it'd come out looking all gangly. Maybe missing a few fingers. Looking like Ixon's, but alas,
That looks like what I remember it looking like.
a little better, I think.
In the way of the task.
Yes.
Get back on track.
Back on track.
Way to go.
We were not given a time frame in which we
All right.
need to complete it. However, I personally would like to do it quicker rather than later,
Huzzah.
as it is. Do you know of the Golem Works?
I believe
Rather famous here in
so,
Magnemar.
yes.
A arcane school where they complete golems. It's sort of what they do.
I think we heard word of that when we were here last, if I do remember correctly.
There was a bit of an outcast in the Golem Works, a madman, that some would say. He left and
Alright.
took a rather powerful artifact with him. A
Alright.
shield gleams with fire.
What sort of shield?
Gleams with fire.
Well,
I am unsure.
Is it a holy relic of the
I would
church?
have to assume, as the proctor sent us directly for this,
Alright.
and he is a high member of the church.
And we agreed to it.
And
for
you
the
and you
art.
would and you would remember, because I know we go like a couple of weeks between sessions and things like that. But it was the proctor told you it was rumored to be an artifact from Alcadrian Indros, the founder of Magnemar.
Yeah, and didn't he said he needed it to rescue the city? Or something like that? Or I wrote that down.
Not exactly. I'm not gonna give you exactly what he said, but it was something.
It's
like that.
important.
Yes, it was important. Could be needed in the time to come.
Alright.
So, my thought. We finish up whatever we need to do here.
Alright.
Return to Fort Von Frost.
Alright.
Square things up there. Drop off as much money as we can. Maybe secure
Full
some
250
trade lines here in Magnemar before we
Yes.
head out. Go back there, finish that, then come back and do this job.
Alright. That seems
It's a lot of
agreeable.
movement.
Yes.
Your stomachs might not be happy with you in a few days.
Oh, yes.
But I can make it happen.
Alright, and we did promise that we would return in 2 days.
Yes, and also we did make a promise to a very high priest of a powerful god that we would do this, and Kate got his arm for it, so we are in his debt.
It cost me but an arm, and I'm glad to have it.
I would rather get this completed so you don't lose what you bought.
But we do need to get back to Fort
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yes.
All right, so I didn't mention, and this is not necessarily relevant to what's going on here, but I just wanted to make sure. So inside the Foxglove townhouse, you're in sort of a living room area here. There's a kitchen area here.
Right.
Stairs that lead to the second floor here. All of you, the two of you remember this. The two of you have never been here. Across this wall, there are bookshelves, and there is a portrait.
You didn't mention bookshelf.
And there's
The
a
wizard.
portrait up on that wall as well, and the portrait is of one that
Is
they
it
recognize
labeled?
quite well.
That's Aldern Foxglove.
Does it have like a label on it?
I know what we should replace that with.
Cade.
You are a pirate, for sure.
I, and a proud one at that.
While we continue to discuss things, I am quite injured, so I think I do need to heal myself. Was anybody else injured in that fight with the?
I have minor injuries, but I should be able to heal them overnight.
All right.
I haven't been quite myself since Von Frost.
All right. Well, I
gave you a potion a while back.
yes. It was. I don't know what I did with that. Hold on. It was a healing potion. There.
If you would rather keep yourself ready for battle in the night, one of us could drink that.
I can fight it well enough with my axe.
Fair.
Comes down to it.
Is Ixon undead? We don't know.
We don't
Yeah,
know
you
what
don't.
Ixon is.
You don't know. You didn't even see him. The best guess would be Irda's, and if she
Ooh,
wants to.
actually, can I check his blood
Yeah.
to see if it would
Sure.
relate to the? I'm not gonna lick it. I'm not. Gonna,
Don't lick the science.
but I'll spend some time detect magic, doing spellcraft check, whatever you want me to do to try and determine.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll d20 for me, please. And.
And while he's doing that, I'm just gonna cast curing spells on myself, and I'll do one on him
Okay.
as well.
Am I adding anything in particular?
No, just give me your raw 20 score, please. I'll know what to add.
7.
You look at it, and it's difficult to tell, but you don't see anything about this blood other than its color. It is not red, it is black. But nothing else about it would indicate that it is anything other than belonging to an animated living creature.
But something is obviously different about
Oh,
him.
definitely,
What
definitely.
it would you? Because he was a human, right?
And
Right.
for you?
That's right.
But he started messing with
14.
Indeed, those can
He was always a weird feller.
do something to your system when overused.
Oh, you should. No, you never did see me arm. That he gave me.
He gave you a temporary arm?
Well, it was meant to be more than temporary, but he took it back when he left us at the
Yeah, he took me arm back. He gave me an ugly arm, and then he took it back.
An evil man, that is.
You got that right.
Well, it's back permanently now, unless you plan on getting
Better
it
than
cut off
ever.
again.
I know. But I'm keeping it safe, trying to.
Do you need
No
any
more running
healing?
around with ropes at the
Do you
legs
need
of
any more
giants.
healing?
I'll try.
Yeah.
Then I will cast some more healing.
Irda prays,
11.
casts healing. The power of Serenray fills the room.
15
Familiar warm yellow light suffuses,
and 18.
and you receive healing.
I'm good now. Thank you.
Yep. Alright. So I have one spell slot left
Oh, great.
for the evening.
Powerful.
To cast Tiny Hut.
Which, that prevents people from getting in, right?
Unless I let them in.
Yes. Okay.
Even Ixon.
How many stories is the town?
3.
3.
I wanna.
Should we go check it out?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a tour?
All right, we're going on a tour.
And I thought
Have a drink of rum.
if we want to cast the Tiny Hut, I remember there's at least a couple of beds in here. Perhaps we can move the mattresses to inside the Tiny Hut to have a little more comfort.
That would be good.
Ah, you're always so smart, Irda. Beautiful and smart. Beautiful and smart.
You really are in a good mood, Kate. I'm glad to see it. Thank you.
He has had a number of swigs.
It's heavenly.
Wait, but he gave all of his rum to the guards. I remember seeing.
Magic.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, I love alcohol.
magic.
right.
On that, if you have any feathers lying around, I would like a couple more. Just in case. I know, touchy subject.
Right now,
I assume
particularly.
some might have fallen off.
Little sore at the
Sorry.
moment.
So can you only use her feathers? What if I use like a blackbird feather?
I assume I can use any sort of angelic creature's feathers. Has to be something holy.
Oh dear. So we gotta keep her safe.
Not just for the
For
rum.
no other reason than the rum. Suddenly,
you are only
Cade shows genuine interest in a party member's safety. By the way, that Underdark, only type that if you will be able to. Yeah, you can go and open that up. Sorry, I know it's getting warm in here. Only type that if you can play on February 19th at 7
Is it
p.m.
too bad
Central,
does it
8
feel
p.m.
like hell
Eastern.
in here?
And if you can do Zoom and have a video camera, because that's a spot on our Underdark Uprising one-shot. It's going to be amazing. The last spot available. And you'll join a great crew. So if you can play on February 19th at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and you have the ability to Zoom, then go ahead and type it in.
And that is a Friday.
That's a Friday. That's right. Yep. All right.
So the tour?
Hey, you wanna come along, Eamon? Take a tour
I'll
of
follow.
our house.
Sure.
All right. Would you like some rum?
No, thank you.
Oh, you are missing out.
More for you.
True. But I always feel better about myself if I've, shared a little.
True. Anyways,
All right.
show us about.
All right. So,
Onward ho!
Cade takes you to the stairs in the corner. He leads you up. The rickety stairs creak. There is darkness above, no light. So
Oh, hey.
you have a.
Do I have that? Nope.
I have a torch.
I can cast dancing lights.
Oh yeah, dancing lights here.
It's a-
Dancing lights.
The cantrip for me. Dancing lights.
Forget real fire.
I send my little glowing lanterns upward.
And you see casting strange shadows as you go up the stairs. On the second landing, you find what looks like essentially a storeroom. There's some barrels, some crates. There is a small bedroom, looks like a guest bedroom. And then stairs
I look in the crates.
that lead up to the next level. All right, so you guys already searched all these crates, and you
look
find-
again.
Just in case.
All right, you look again. Yeah, so it's just basic sort of laundry, clothing, blankets, essential sort of things for the household, and then another set of stairs that goes up.
Great.
Cade,
Here is a guest bedroom.
Cade leads you up to the top floor,
I continue the lights upward.
and as the dancing lights lead you up, you see a large room. The entire third floor is open. It's a massive bedroom. It's got a stone fireplace in it. With one side, there's something poking out of the side of the fireplace. There are barrels. There's a huge canopied bed and artwork all over the walls.
Don't tell her that this is me bedroom.
I believe we will all be sleeping here tonight, Kate.
Oh, my bad.
This is the only bedroom.
What is up with the fireplace?
Oh, yes. There was a bit of a secret thing.
I found.
Yes, that Kate found in
Thank
the
you.
fireplace.
What was it?
It was a key.
I found a secret key.
Oh!
I did some sort of like switcheroo thing and found something.
Switcheroo.
And where did this key lead?
It's a very good question.
You don't know?
I can't remember.
I can't
That was
remember.
a while ago.
That was a long time ago.
We've done a lot of things in
Irda,
Yes.
where did that key lead?
But I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
It got you into Foxglove Manor. You went back to the manor.
Oh, the actual manor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
That
this
was
is just the town.
Oh, that was a good find of mine. Tell ya.
Indeed.
Very good with the memory. All right.
Hi.
We got chased by birds there. They were scary birds. They
Aye.
didn't want to let us leave the house.
Oh,
Ravens everywhere. Of malicious intent.
everywhere.
And Kate went screaming out of the house as
Wait,
tried
don't
to
tell that
close
story.
her eyes.
Let's leave that one alone. Don't mind what she says. I never run.
It was a very masculine scream.
Very masculine. Deep throttled.
I don't doubt it. I'm personally used to more friendly birds. My parents keep finches, but
How sweet.
not crows or ravens. It's much more maniacal.
Well, I have a pet pigeon named Parley.
You might
He's
have
back
a
on me.
pet.
Well, he better be.
If the ship is even there still.
My, what a downcaster you are.
I mean, there was a lot of
I keep hope.
magical issues in that area of the world. I hope that Sully and everyone is okay.
Do you have any way to get word to them?
Do I? I don't
I
know.
cannot send long distance messages. I can only do ones for short range.
He
Not
swooped me
currently.
there.
No, because I don't know where your ship is. It doesn't matter if you know.
Can
where
I
it is.
think? What if you hold me hand and I think really hard?
There's a possibility we may end up in the center of the planet.
That's
So-
a really bad idea.
How about not?
That sounds like it would end very poorly.
Well, now I'm worried about my ship, and I wasn't worried before.
I have been worried about your ship since the moment we left it.
I just am very optimistic and just think it will stay there.
Optimism is good.
Good.
I think so.
Let me get this straight. You left it with more pirates. Yes.
Pirates I trust. Sully's a good man.
Sully is a good man.
I jumped in a fire for him.
I'm sorry. How
You
did you
jumped
find?
in the fire to avoid talking to him,
Oh,
not
yeah.
for him.
How did you find?
Details.
How did you find trustworthy pirates? I thought that was a myth.
Because he trusts me, and I trust him. That doesn't mean he trusts you, or you.
He thought I was pretty though.
He
That's a
probably
help.
doesn't anymore.
It's not good. That's not your ship anymore. That's his ship, and you are just someone who lives on the land now.
Oh, it's not his ship, and Sully knows that. He tries anything, he knows I'll find him.
Well, hopefully we will.
He knows I'm not against jumping in a fire
It's
for him.
to avoid talking to.
As this conversation is going, you guys notice like Ray is crawling up the side of Cade's back and comes up over his shoulder. His eyes are gleaming.
Uh-oh, gleaming. I don't see this.
No, you guys see it.
Ray, are you okay, friend?
You say his name. His head snaps over, and you see the gleam. It's from tears. Tears spill down his cheeks, and almost with if you had a human response you would give to this, it would be guilt. And he throws his arms around Cade's neck.
Oh.
Oh, there, little buddy.
I can't understand what you're saying, but I'm sorry that you're sad. We unfortunately won't be able to know what for until tomorrow.
Right.
Ray, I know that sometimes you can at least get the sense
pet
of
him.
what I am saying to
He
you.
nuzzles.
I have a plan to actually be able to talk to you tomorrow so that you can understand me and that I can understand you. So hopefully I can help you more. And just try to pass that intention to him as much as he can understand that.
Leans back against Cade again.
Aww.
Arg! I give him a little swig of rum.
You know how this ends, Kate. It never ends well for him.
He snatches it from you and guzzles
No,
it.
I portioned it out in a cap.
He takes the cap and he guzzles
Okay.
it.
He passed out last time.
That's why I portioned out a teeny tiny bit, but it's showing me love to me goblin.
Oh, one thing I am thinking of while we are here, we should stock up on as much food as we can possibly carry on ourselves to take back with us.
So that is what I was going to bring up. What exactly are we looking to get done tomorrow?
Well, I was hoping perhaps in the market there might be, if we can go by the market, there might be someone who has something we can use to help grow the crops and
Some seeds? Well, it's winter.
But that they can keep until, and whatever rations that we can at least carry for ourselves. That way we are not hurting the food stocks for the people in the fort. I do not mind living on rations for the time being, and if I prepare correctly, I can also create food and water for
And he creates rum.
for
So we're good.
us. But
I will not be devoting large portions of my brain matter to creating rum for you every day, Kate, but I can try.
You'll be happy you did.
but my point is, whatever we can possibly help to reduce some of the struggle that the people in the fort are currently experiencing, I would like to do so.
Ooh, we could bring back spices.
Spices?
Because we can't get any up there, but they make the food taste so much better.
That is true. Some salt.
A smart idea from the Cade.
And whatever people we could possibly talk to perhaps open some sort of trade or something up there. Whatever we can do to help ease their burdens.
Perhaps you and Kate could work on that tomorrow.
All right.
I personally need to go back to the school, which I learned here. I have some things I want to research, some things we need to learn, and I was wondering if Eamon, you would like to come along.
I am worried about us separating again. To
Bad things happen when you separate.
Perhaps, but one alone wasn't good, and we will know exactly where the others are.
I understand, but Ixon is specifically looking for Kate and myself.
Oh, I don't like that.
And I worry that the two of us alone against Ixon.
And we don't have any idea why Ixon's looking for me.
That and what other power he might come back with now that he is aware of what I have. And
I'm just a little uneasy knowing he's looking for me and I don't know why.
because he's evil.
But I think there's another reason. Why me?
I mean,
I
it
didn't do much
seems
for
like he
him.
wanted both of us
Why?
because
We need to find the why.
evil. And the whole part of making me part of some ritual passage test thing.
My only thought with splitting up was that there seems to be a lot we want to get done tomorrow.
Right,
A lot needs to get done tomorrow.
right.
And we only have so many hours in the day.
And I know
Can you make more time?
that is not something I can do.
Do you believe Ixon is after me?
I do not think he would be. I did
Then-
not
He
mention.
doesn't know.
I did not mention your name to him, but if he is tracking us, he has seen all of us.
Then
He
perhaps the
and
worst idea I've had today, I could go by myself to the college. And Damon could stay with you.
Aren't you a little on the weaker side?
Indeed, Kate, you don't have to hide away from that fact.
I just don't know. Even in Magnamar, there's a lot of big people that want to hurt little people.
Is there a,
Oh, I can take care of myself.
Okay.
is that would that give you would you be able to get to the college safely by yourself?
In the streets of Magnamar, unless a large group of people decide to suddenly jump on me, even then I can teleport away
Perhaps we walk with you
to the college.
and then once you are with the, I'm
I like
guessing
that.
there are other
Indeed.
mages there.
Oh, certainly. Many.
So at least
I would be safer there.
Yes.
All right.
Oh God, I have a good idea.
And then we can meet you back after
Sure.
we have done all of our
All right.
tests.
We need to get the
And
people
then,
on
if
our
you
side.
want to stay with, you could maybe. I don't know. We can talk about that one.
Oh, God. Do you do those fire things in the air?
I can make small spell effects, and I make sparks shoot out of my hands.
I just think we should start
Yes.
getting the people to like us, and if we do neat things for them, they'll like us, and we'll get them on our side.
For the people of the.
Magmar.
Let's
I don't know if we want to
wouldn't
show
just-
ourselves in the streets.
let's focus smaller scale.
I
right
love your
now.
ideas, Cade.
Sounds more
We
like a
can-
gesture.
We
Small scale.
we can work on the bigger picture later. The Lord Mayor is a long-term goal.
Hey,
Yes.
patience is not me virtue.
That I know. I have plenty enough for
If you're
both of us.
talking about getting into the world of politics, that's a much bigger conversation.
I only want to be the captain of my ship. That's all I care.
Okay, the Lord Mayor of Magnamar would be a sight.
Something else.
It would be a fun city, I tell ya.
All right. So yes, I do believe we should get some rest.
I agree.
And I.
If you don't mind, I'm going to head downstairs and look at those books.
All right. And we should check perhaps in the larders and see if there's anything to eat.
Sure.
Or anything. I don't know what there might be, but if there was anything left, we can.
Arr! Anybody want to go to the captain's club?
Not tonight.
Cade, there is a killer on the loose in the city looking for you.
Very recently.
Do you want to be inebriated while he shows up?
I have powers for rum.
There was a big discussion in the chat earlier about the power of Cade's liver and what it might be able to do. Some said it could be giving you immunity to alcohol. Others said it could be creating armor. So,
Love it.
Yeah.
Mystical liver.
Anyman, you want to go with me and protect if I get, out of hand?
What part of that do you think would be
When-
enjoyable? Or
When are we planning?
Could you be with me?
Any point tomorrow?
no, Cade. No.
Amen. You need a little fun in your life.
Cade, the fun that you conjure in your mind is probably not exactly
Keeps me in a happy place.
fair enough, but it keeps you in the happy place. Not everybody.
Well, I don't want to be killed by Ixon, so I guess I'll stay here.
Random little question.
I mean, you saw what he did to Irda. She is able to heal herself. I have nothing to heal you with.
I was really looking forward to the Captain's Club in Magnemar.
I will also point out, Ida, on her own, fought 2 giants, and Ixon stopped her.
Yes.
I fought a giant.
Not
Awesome.
by yourself.
And I saved a giant's life. Shall we not forget?
You bring it up every day.
Oh, McGurk, I saved a giant's life.
Which way does the sun rise and set? East to west?
Yeah, so east to west.
So it is later at Fort Von Frost than it is
Correct.
currently here? Okay, good to know.
Correct.
So the later in the day it is here, the later in the day it will be there.
All right.
Just something to keep in mind for when we want to leave tomorrow.
Right. All right. Well, we rest now. Perhaps check for food, get some sleep. I need to pray. And then tomorrow. Well, yes.
I want you to go downstairs real quick.
All right. Yeah, I was
go with
planning
you.
on going to the larders, and I think
I'm
he was
sick
going to-
of Aldern's face being on that wall. I'm taking it down. I take it down.
All right.
So
does
running
everybody head back downstairs,
I'm
or-
running down the stairs.
All right.
This is not his manner. This is our manner.
All of you head back downstairs, and Cade stalks over
I
to.
rip it off.
He
And do a dig on it.
And Erna never saw him like this because she never met him
Right.
before he was undead.
Right. That's right.
So
Cade, you rip the portrait of Aldern Foxglove down. It clatters to the ground, and Cade begins to dance a jig atop the portrait.
And then I take me knife in my boots and I just slice it all up.
Eamon's going to look through the books with Alcon.
Is there anything on the mantle that we see? Please let me find something. Roll a 20.
A +3 magic sword.
All right. So you guys are looking through the books?
Yes.
You're stomping the portrait. What are you doing?
I was gonna check the larders and the
All right. So let's start with you. In the larders, you find a bunch of rotted food.
Yeah, I figured.
There is some jerkied meat, though.
Yeah.
Looks like a good 2 days of rations in jerkied meat that's still edible. Everything else has not only rotted,
Yeah.
but gotten to the point where it doesn't even stink anymore. It's just dried out and desiccated.
Then what she's gonna do with the larders is she's gonna press the digitation and clear everything out
Of
that
course
is
she is.
rotted and gross.
You
Love it.
cleanse it.
And I'll take all the dried meat and I'll carry it back towards where everybody else is.
All right, you get actually, it's 4 days worth of rations of dried meat. Eamon and Alcott, as you're going through the books, you find it is a banal library filled with the histories of the Alcott family and Magnemarian society and the growth of wealth among nobility, and also several books on the superiority of nobility and being, blood-based rights that make you better.
Burn those books!
You're busy stopping a portrait. As you're stopping the portrait, it tears,
Ha!
and you see a thin silver thread that falls out, about this long.
Okay.
It was woven into the portrait. As you stomped it, it fell.
Notice it.
Yes, you do notice it.
I notice it and I pick it up. Oh, should I pick it up? Oh, I don't know. I
don't-
pick it up.
And I don't know anything about what you're doing.
I bet I'm gonna get bound by a rope.
Kate,
but
if you haven't learned anything about magic items yet,
I don't know, but I'm interested because
Nope.
it's shiny.
nope. It's great. I love
Yep.
it. Go for it.
I want to know what it is.
All right.
I'd be very excited.
Cade, with good role play, you snatch up the thread. As you pick it up,
Oh no, it's gonna bind me.
your fingers tingle strangely.
Hey, what is it?
And then, thank you, Pat.
Are you
advantage to
speaking out
Cade.
loud?
Yes.
You see this?
Sure.
Oh my! I found something.
Cade, put that down.
No, it's mine.
Put it down. Now.
Why?
No,
You must tell me the why.
I will just instantly look
My
at him,
fingers are tingling.
roll my eyes, say Manifestus Beneficium, detect magic, try and see what the heck is in his hands.
You're not sensing anything from this that you can recognize.
No
Cade,
magical auras at all?
not that you can recognize. Something streams. It's almost like looking at a blurry image. You feel like there's something there, but you can't see it or recognize it.
I don't like that, Cade.
Feels pretty good.
I can't make sense out of it.
Well, it's tingling my fingers, so
That's
it's doing
not
something.
that's not a good
So
thing, Cade.
probably should
Should I-
put it down.
Should I swallow it?
Yes.
And Cade's arm falls off. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Kate, I have younger brothers and sisters, and they wouldn't put that in their mouth.
Honestly, a good point.
Would.
No, they really wouldn't.
If it tingled, they would.
not.
I want to know.
You want to swallow? Swallow a string?
It doesn't out eventually.
sound
Kate,
rather
you just got
appetizing.
advantage, by the way, from Pat 66.
Sadly, got advantage.
By who?
Pat 66 gave you advantage.
Thank you, Pat. I think.
Huzzah! Thank you very much, sir. I earned that. Okay.
All I will say is best of luck.
Okay. What do I do with it?
That is the question, is it not?
I would recommend
think-
dropping it.
It's got something. It's making my hands tingle, so it's worth keeping.
Well, it is worth
Oh,
keeping.
I know. I'm gonna wrap it around my finger and see what it does.
All right.
Wait, no, I don't want to lose my finger.
cut
Hold
your
on.
finger off.
Hold on. I'm going to. Amy, give me your finger.
Do I make any sense out of it? Just not using detect magic, but like, is it like, do I think it's like mithril or like some kind of rare material?
You don't recognize the material at all.
Okay.
And there is definitely no arcane power that you recognize on it.
So it is
But there is something strange
mundane,
about
but it is odd.
I didn't say it was mundane.
Okay. I've done all I can do.
Well, I haven't lost my fingers yet, so that's a good sign.
Honestly, a good point.
Wait, I've seen worse.
There is that. I just don't recommend eating it. That's.
It doesn't smell bad.
Don't, Kate, the more you get near it.
I am very concerned for your health and safety, Cade.
It's a pretty string
Yes.
that tingles my finger.
You just got your arm back, Cade. I don't want you to lose anything
I don't believe
else.
I've ever heard that sentence stated before. All right.
All right, Ray, hold on. Ray, look at me.
Oh.
I'm just gonna place it
If
on you.
anyone's gonna swallow it,
It's a string. I'm gonna place it on you. Tell me what it does.
How?
he's going to make random sounds. Kate.
He looks up. You see trust in his eyes. He steps
Okay.
forward.
I put it
Trusting.
on him,
You lay it across him.
and I pet his head.
As you lay, you see these big goblin eyes, trusting, looking up at you. Just still the dampness of the welled tears at the bottom. You lay the string across him, and we're gonna go to break there. All right, so we'll be right back after the break. Type !Underdark. That is for the last spot in our Underdark Uprising stream. One shot with Lord Gazumba in support of St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We have a great crew already on there. We got Mike Disney. We got many of our viewers that are already in who've won, and it is going to be a blast. You are not going to want to miss it. And when we come back, we'll find out what Cade has done to Ray and where the party goes next
Cade.
and where Ixon is or isn't. We shall see. And so no underwear does not get you anywhere. We will be right back. Blue Box coming back soon.
Question.
Hold me run while I eat the silver string.
Hold me around when I eat the
my
silver
around.
string. Hey, we'll leave the mics on, by the way. So yes, everybody, we stay on during break. Go ahead.
How do you spell Ray?
R-E-I, like
I see.
king.
You said rations earlier on accident, and all I could hear in my head was Ray Shuns.
So actually, I think with the rations, actually rations, I believe, is the more English pronunciation of the word. So I kind of sometimes go back and forth with all my D&D time, but yeah.
Feed, remove.
I found that rather funny in my head.
Rations, R-E-I-T-I-O-N.
Is it?
Type Underdark to be entered in. We would love to have you. We already have. I'll read the names that are already in. Bloodwild, Brave Ave, Shove Hunter, City Guard of Hebron, 888, Fraley, Hunchback, Iculus, I Will Be Heard, Johnny Fox. Johnny, you're already in that. Why are you in the giveaway? Moose 2271, Gimbal, Old School RFP, Pat 66, Pat Draws, Ranger, Shane O'Mac, and the Real Long Shot are all in the giveaway already. If I did not call your name, you are not in the giveaway. I'm seeing you in the giveaway, yeah. It worked anyway, I guess.
Underbark.
And I don't know why.
Well, he's already in, so he can't win again.
Exactly.
Okay, come on. Come on.
I think I need to say
All right,
that.
I'm gonna mark him ineligible. Oh, so why is I Will Be Heard? Oh, Gimba. Why are people marked ineligible in I've never noticed this in Nightbot.
Twitch.
Holy smokes, this has been happening every time.
What?
There's a mark ineligible option in the Nightbot that was defaulted for a lot of the viewers. I did not know
Oh.
that. Huh. I have no idea how that
Well, that
happened.
would explain why people were having trouble entering.
Yeah, that might be why some aren't winning. Oh, golly, I'm sorry. I just noticed that.
Wait, why did you say Iculus has won the give? Oh wait.
No.
No.
Does it?
Oh,
no.
I think he said that.
Oh yeah, Iculus said that.
Yeah.
All right, so I have enabled everyone and made you all eligible, with the exception of Johnny, who is already in the stream, and I'll have to remember to make him eligible again next time somewhere. What on earth? Let me reset eligibility. Okay, it's the opposite. There we go.
My personalized greetings for people that joined Discord worked.
Rigged, all rigged. I promise you, it's not purposefully rigged. Type exclamation point Underdark.
I could write
I don't
our
know,
own.
old school. That's a good question. I don't know what it was. But it's fixed
Before
now.
it would just
I know
say
that.
GG, welcome to the channel or whatever, and now it does the things.
Yeah, it was Johnny typing Underbark that broke everything. Oh my gosh, this glitter is everywhere. Rory, I'm gonna kill you. Oh my goodness.
Not Gimbal. Rory.
Yes, not Gimbal.
He
I wanna
did
kill
say
the
he kills players last week. He did
Yes, I
say-
did.
That was very threatening.
Holy
He corrected himself to PCs after he got called out,
Look at
not
this.
before.
I have pushed my. It will not stop. It's everywhere. This is evil.
You need to. It's pat dry, because if you brush it, it'll just get further
They
in.
ground it in.
Man, Cade. Like a child, he is.
The attention
what's
span
this?
of yeah.
That got good.
Deadly magical string.
That seems like a good plan.
I want to go to the bar. Ooh, string.
I love the I want to go to the bar. Who cares that there's a powerful lich guy? So, okay, remind me.
Yes.
You guys went here because there was something going on in Magnamar. You found the key that led you to Foxglove Manor.
I don't think that's actually how that happened. If I remember correctly, we went to the manor first, which led
And
us
then realized you
here.
needed the key.
And no, like we did all the stuff in the manor first, which led us to Magnamar.
Oh, great.
Because after Magnamar,
I thought it was letters or something, but it was a key, huh? It's been a long
the
time. I wasn't here for that.
well, we see the deed and all the letters and stuff was in one of the crates that we had gone through.
And that's the deed to this place? Mm-hmm. Oh, so you
I
guys do
have the
the
deed.
deed.
I
Well,
have
great.
the deed.
At least legally you
But no, so we had done all the stuff at Foxglove Manor, and then it collapsed in on itself after we had defeated Alder and Foxglove, and so we came to Magnamar to follow the threads that we had learned from the things that we found.
And remind me, he was
about
undead?
Tanisha. So yes, he had there. So in Magnamar, or no, in Sandpoint, there had been all these weird murders that had taken place, where the Sahedron rune was carved into people's chests. So we found 3 guys that had or someone had found, and we learned about 3 guys that had been found, like, strung up with the runes carved into their chest.
Great.
And then we were by the sheriff in Sandpoint. He had actually taken us to the sawmill to show us the murder that had occurred there, and so there were 2 people that had been killed in the sawmill, a man and a woman. The woman looked like she had kind of just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was found over top of the saw blade. And the man, however, had been murdered in the same ritualistic way that the other people had been murdered in. He had the rune carved into his chest, and he was like strung up in there. And there we found bloody footprints all over the floor that were that looked unusual, like one foot had been dragging, and that led us to Aldern.
There was ghoul fever in there somewhere.
Yeah, ghoul fever was part of that, because like there was we had gone out of the town proper, and like one of the houses on the way to the manor had been infected. Like the well had been infected, and there was ghouls everywhere, and they had eaten the inhabitants of the house, or partially at least. So we dealt with the ghouls, and then there was one still trapped in the bottom of the well that Cade opted to just leave at the bottom of the well because
That's fine.
But the whole family had been
And
killed.
how did that relate to the Lich again?
So that was on the way to the manor, that house. And then we continued on to the manor, and there had been some other ghouls that we had seen. And then when we got to the manor, there was like a small ruins in front of the manor that like we battled some wraiths or wights or whatever they were. I don't remember exactly, but there were a couple of those. We battled those, and then we moved into we searched the outside of the house, and then Ixon used something to get inside. I don't remember exactly what the spell was, but he got inside, and the rest of us got inside through one of like the side doors. We didn't go through the front initially getting in. And we started searching the house, and there was all a bunch of weird stuff. And basically we had gone all the way as far as we could to the top of the house, because this house was huge. This manor house was massive, and we didn't end up searching most of the rooms. Cade did find a drawing or like a letter that a child had written in one of the fireplaces there, and then we came back downstairs and moved into the like, there was like a almost catacombs-esque space below the house, and the house was on the side of a cliff. But there was this catacomb-esque space underneath in the house, and we had moved through there. And one of the chambers that we found as we were moving was this like laboratory type space, and there were these weird cages that had talked about Magnamar on them, which is what led us to Magnamar. And like that room had this giant stained glass window of this figure that Irda saw, like, looked at her. And that was the Lich. Like, that's where he was researching on how to become a Lich, and Ixon found the book in there, and he actually disappeared off with the book, like, not to be seen by the party for, like, until we were out of the house.
Exactly.
And Alder and Foxglove had been in the we went past that chamber and continued on and down even deeper in, and Aldrin was actually in that room, completely changed into this ghoulish form of him. And we found the letter to him about dealing with all of the people in Sandpoint doing the ritual murders, signed by Zanisha, who was the woman that we fought on the bell tower in Magnamar, who was actually this snake-like creature in disguise.
So the Sahedrin, the Thessalonians, the Liches, the Undead, it's all connected.
Yep.
It's just, it's like a web, and we don't know where it meets in the middle yet.
Exactly.
We have a lot of outside
Exactly.
stuff.
Well said.
Yep.
All right, so we're back, and real quick, so I've got the cams up here, but I may shut them off for a second and go back to the backup screen for it. So where are you guys going next? Do you know?
They are dropping me off at the college.
Okay.
And
After we
then
rest.
they are going to go to a market, try and buy some
Okay,
food,
all right,
and
good. All
talk
right,
to people about maybe coming to.
All right, that's good. All right, so that's
Yeah.
all I need. All right, so I just want to make sure, like, because I know you talked about going right back to Fort Rannoch or to Cade Ship, and
Well, we have one more day in
One more
town
day in
where
town
we
that
want
we
to
wanna get
achieve
done.
all of that stuff, and
Okay.
then we're going to go back to Fort Rannoch because we promised, or Fort Fun Frost, since we promised we would go back.
So for all of our viewers, that's the life of a terrain DM. You don't want to railroad your players. You want them, especially like a city. I mentioned this last week. It's the toughest thing because they can go
Yeah.
anywhere. Like
Yeah.
Magnamar, it's massive. I've got an entire book on the city, and I tweak things so I don't go just buy that book. But there's like probably 140 different locations inside the city, and then they may just decide now that they have a mage that can teleport to go back to Fort Rannoch or to a ship or wherever.
Well, I
And
can't
so-
go to the ship unless we really
you
don't want to go
roll
to
the
the ship.
dice, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you lay the silver string. Over the innocent head of Ray.
Say it like that.
With his big
eyes.
puppy dog eyes.
His eyes doe-like, welled with tears.
You were warned multiple times of anything that might occur.
Oh, don't be snarky.
No, it's not. It's
As you lay the silver string across his head, the eyes go wide.
Okay, pull it
He
up.
looks, and nothing happens.
Oh.
yeah. I mean, he's being a butt.
Okay, I have another idea.
All right.
All right, I want to burn this whole portrait of Aldrin. So I make a fire. I put this in my pocket.
Wait, this is what Alden looked like before he was ghoulish?
Yeah, he thought he was good looking. What a hag. And
I just wondered because I had not met him previously. I know that the
I
rest
did.
of
I
you
went on a
had.
stupid hunt with the guy.
Oh.
I knew right away he was no good.
You are from
Art of Mike
Sandpoint,
Disney, you got it right. Screw the Super Bowl,
I am
watch
from
Blue Box.
Sandpoint.
No, we'll be done before
All
the Super
right,
Bowl. But
I
Did
build
you know-
a fire in the fireplace.
Yes, that is actually a
Did
question
you
I was
know
wondering. So,
Aldrin-
Foxglove Manor is in Sandpoint.
Yes.
yes, the manor's in Sandpoint, the townhouse is in Magnamar.
Would the Devereaux family know the Foxglove family?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Is my family more or less well off than them? What do I know?
Less.
Okay.
Like so the Foxgloves were among the wealthiest. This manor was massive, but they were also surrounded by scandal and
There was a mistress and another baby.
yeah,
and all
they were
sorts of
like-
So they
stuff.
were important, but they weren't like Devereaux important.
no,
in
they
Sandpoint.
weren't noble like Devereaux.
Yeah.
They were powerful and
Wealthy.
They had money.
wealthy.
Schemy people.
They weren't one of the like original families of Sandpoint either. They were there.
no
That's right.
good.
I
low
probably
down
haven't
dirt.
heard any stories about him before, but is there anything I know? Maybe.
So what are you
mean-
like asking about?
Have you heard the rumors
there any-
about what
Any fun
happened?
random rumor about him? that
or
I've
the
heard?
family or him specifically?
Either one. I mean, Alcott didn't just from the backstory I wrote. Alcott did not spend a lot of time as a kid caring much about
Sure.
the noble families. Of the
Yeah, no. So no, you don't know much other than what it was commonly rumored that there were mysterious things that happened beneath the Foxglove Manor.
Okay.
Even as a kid, you remember hearing
Yeah, the
rumors.
ghost stories, stuff
yeah,
like
there were
that.
ghost stories. There were
People disappear outside the
strange
Foxglove
lights and
Manor.
strange sounds. And
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
That creepy place.
Don't
I'm
go
aware
near
of
the
the
cliffs.
Foxgloves. Sandpoint, it's not much other than that. I didn't know that they had a townhouse here.
And we own it.
Who owns the Foxglove Manor?
Oh, we will.
Well, it's kind of collapsed in on itself, so
Uh,
it's ruins. And it
we
was
have the key to it.
It was even in worse shape than this place, so
Perhaps we can visit it one day.
All right, I build a fire.
All right, and you're building a fire using the portrait, right?
I'm using
in the fire there's a fireplace here, yes?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
I put
Oh,
the
no, I'm sorry. The
frame.
fireplace is up on the third floor. Yes.
Oh, well, we carried all the stuff upstairs.
Well,
You.
you carry all the stuff
You.
upstairs.
We're still
I have 2 arms! That comes in handy. All right. I break up the frame. And then aim it. We need extra wood. Bring it up. You're a helpful guy. Just carry some wood.
Oh, if it'll make you be.
That's a good quote. You're a helpful guy. Just carry some wood.
And where would I find this wood, Cade?
Is there wood around here? Break up a chest.
A crate?
A crate. Break up a crate, sir.
With what?
We have weapons.
I'll find a crate and I'll carry it upstairs.
Thank you, sir.
You can.
All right, take
break it
upstairs.
up if you want to.
It's a good thick wooden barrel that's empty, and you carry that up with you upstairs. So you see Cade and Eamon go upstairs. Alcott and Irda doing anything else?
Irda is actually she's contemplating something. She's looking around for a good spot in the house to perhaps make a little shrine to Sanray that she can have like a permanent something small that she can pray at.
All right, so she would already know the second floor seems to be the best place for that because you've got the bedroom and the fireplace and more activity on the third floor, downstairs, entryway, kitchen. The second floor had some open space that sort of guest bedroom I referenced. That would be a good area for that.
All right, so what she'll do then is kind of before the her evening's rest, she'll kind of clear a spot that she is hoping to make into a shrine. She knows she needs to collect the materials to properly do it, but she'll clear the space, and that's where she'll actually pray this evening, so that she kind of starts to establish that as her spot in the house for that.
All right, as you're doing this, Cade, you moved upstairs with Eamon carrying this barrel behind you. You've got the fragments of the portrait that you ripped down and the frame and canvas. You don't notice, but Ray had actually dropped off your shoulder. You see Ray, he scurries over and he's watching you intently as you're clearing this area and preparing for a shrine. He's just intent upon you.
All right, and she'll just kind of give him a friendly smile as she's going about things, and would you like to join me, Ray, while I pray?
So he looks at you, clearly not comprehending your words, but when you make this motion, he says, and you recognize that as the same thing that he said when it was translated by Alcott as God.
What is God? Yes. All right. And so like she'll kneel down, but before like if Ray comes over, what she'll do is she'll find one of the cloths that are in her healer's kit. She'll pull out one of them and like fold it up and place it next to him, or next to her, so that he could kneel next to her if he wanted to.
He looks at the cloth and seems suspicious. He steps away from it. You get to the top floor. You hear Eamon coming up behind you, and there is the fireplace of stone, as I described earlier. The room is dark. Matches? No, you see no matches.
Oh, no.
You have a flint and steel, Cade.
Oh, yeah, I flint and steel.
Thank
Never
you,
mind.
Wiley
Never
Hobbit.
mind. I've got
That was
flint
Phantom.
and steel.
And remember, Wiley kicks off Underdark Uprising, so thank you, Wiley. Phantom! Thank you for the gift sub, sir! You guys are the best.
All right, I'd build a fire with me
All right.
flint and steel.
All right.
I'm handy like that.
So the canvas catches quickly, and soon you have a roaring fire. Maybe not roaring quite like that.
Oh, I just got the
townhouse is on fire.
There we go.
Well,
Fire in the hole!
From downstairs.
That's how it lasted.
You have a nice fire. It's glowing, and you watch Aldrin's visage curl up in the flames.
Burn!
Smoke rises up through the chimney, and it is consumed. Eamon, you're breaking up the barrel. He's got some pieces of wood for you as well.
Hey, thank you, Eamon. Throw them on.
Toss them on.
is great, isn't it? Fire and rum. They go well together.
All right, so you got a nice red glow in the room, the fire blooming.
Okay.
It's a good question, Pat.
What?
I want to see if the string burns.
Right?
Okay.
No, we aren't
We
there.
aren't there.
You're not there. Oh no, should I wait? Should I wait for it?
The voices of caution are not around.
That's not necessarily caution. I mean,
I don't know if you.
And I take it out my. Is it still tingling my hands?
You pull it out, yes, you feel that same sort of strange, almost, it is a feeling you've never felt before.
I don't want to lose it completely. Oh, I know. I take me little blade, a dagger. That's what it's called.
me little blade. You know, not a sword, but smaller.
We want a wee blade.
You got your wee blade, Cade.
I got me wee blade.
Cade's wee blade. There's a shirt, Cade's wee blade.
It's just a wee one. All right.
Cade's got a tiny little blade, everybody.
Cade's blade is this smooth.
Okay.
All right.
Back to important issues at hand. Okay. What am I saying? Oh! I know what I'm gonna do before I throw it in the fire. I'm gonna try and cut it with my blade. The little one.
All right, so you pull out your dagger.
Where should I put it? Oh, I'll put it on my leg.
Cade's butter knife moose set. You touch it to the string, and the silver, whatever it is, it does nothing. It slides across the blade. You try to hold it a little bit stronger, and as you do so, it slices the blade. The string slices into your fingers. It is so thin. Your dagger does nothing, but it actually opens up tiny cuts in your fingers.
The blade, the string does.
The string does.
Anna! Anna!
And I'm downstairs trying to pray.
I run down there. Anna!
Yes.
Anna!
Yes.
Okay.
Why are we
I found something.
I run up the stairs
I'm running down.
with my staff. Well, I'm downstairs. She's in the second floor. My staff is ready, and I'm like, what?
As you come up the stairs, you just see Eamon at the top of the stairs, standing there, holding his head.
It's a string. Okay. Listen.
I very angrily go back downstairs.
I was going to throw. I made a fire.
Okay.
Then I was gonna throw the string in the fire. But then I
Probably
had
a
a
bad
better
idea.
idea. Hold on.
All right.
A brilliant idea came
Alright.
into my brain. So
all
I
right.
thought I'll take my little blade and I'll try and cut it.
Your dagger?
To cut the string.
Okay.
Yes, that thing. And I went to cut it. It did nothing to the string, but the string, look, cut my fingers.
I mean, it's
Fingers.
pretty thin.
As he holds it up, oh my!
Oh no, what'd you do to me?
As he holds it up, you see the finger falls.
Oh my gosh! What? No, are you serious?
Just stick it back on. Healing.
Yeah, I mean, that's rude.
Well, that tells us something about the string.
All right.
I swear I can't keep this all together.
Well,
Put the finger.
It's not your whole finger.
I put it back on.
I don't exactly have any more healing spells
No!
today.
You do have the potion that I gave.
Oh!
I do. So I'll give Kate.
Pat said, but that was the booger picking finger.
I give Kate the potion that Alcott gave to me before, but
Okay,
I can't
okay,
find
I-
the little sheet of
I
paper.
chug it, and I'm holding my finger on.
It was a regular healing.
Pure light wound.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pure light wound.
I don't think this is a light wound.
So you quaff the potion. You push the finger back on, and you feel some warmth.
It's a fresh wound, I tell you.
You feel some warmth, but there is no reconnection.
No.
But the blood is staunched, so this finger now is no longer
Somebody
bleeding.
sew it back together. Alcott, you got something.
I am downstairs. I angrily went back downstairs.
No, I run to Alcott. Alcott, you gotta put my finger back on.
Cade, what have you done?
I don't know, but this string is really strong. It cut my finger. A string.
The
cut
string.
my finger off.
Interesting.
I just got this.
If I could make
Now I lost a finger.
if I could make any one recommendation, it would be to hold that right there.
I'm holding it. Now sew it.
Just hold it there.
Now hold sew
So
it.
commanding.
I
I lost a finger.
don't really. I'm gonna check my inventory really quick. I don't think that I have.
Eamon, do you know how to sew?
I'm still upstairs.
I've got hempen rope. Sorry, Cade. Might just have to hold it there all night. I'm sure it'll be fine in the morning. Can I make a medicine check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Knowledge.
Are you sure it'll be fine in the morning?
That's
it
actually
there.
it's a separate skill, heal, right? Or is this a
no,
knowledge thing?
It's knowledge
Knowledge healing, I believe.
healing, I think. Hold on.
Sorry, I've got it right here. Hang on.
Nature?
Heal. No, it is heal. It is heal.
Yeah.
It's a
Knowledge
heal check.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Don't have any ranks in it. So I'll use an advantage, why not?
Yeah, heal.
So 10 total. So I know everything about how to heal it, right?
Yeah.
You have no idea, but it is clear, like you are smart enough, you look, it's a completely clean sever. It's almost like, it's like a perfect severance.
The whole thing?
No, not the whole
The finger,
finger.
the finger.
Right at
Yeah,
the tip.
wherever it
first
is. I'm not
knuckle.
saying, yeah, the tip, like it's
It's like, we're
it's
going
like-
down further.
It's like a cleaver of the narrowest margin, just sliced it
Did
in
it go
twain.
through the bone or through the gap in the knuckle?
Through the bone. The bone just like gone.
Stop doing it down here. It's not fair.
I don't know how to heal you, but that silver string is very incredible.
Better than you thought, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, sure, but you
So
cut
can
your
you identify it?
maybe tomorrow, but Cade, there might be a lesson to be learned here.
What lesson?
You had a magical random item that you started.
Y'all wouldn't even help me with
I'm
it.
still
I
upstairs. You
tried
ran
to
down to
look at it.
Olcott.
I cast detect magic.
Oh.
I
True.
looked at it in
I'm
every
flummoxed.
way I knew and told you still I didn't know, and yet you decided, oh, I'll just randomly experiment with this
I ruined
powerful
me new arm.
Robert said this is not how you knuckle down, Kate.
So what do I do?
Bandage it up
Okay.
and pray.
Eamon, you're pretty good with bandages. Can you bandage it up, please?
I'm still upstairs.
Oh crap.
Yeah, we're still
still got
upstairs.
I haven't come downstairs yet.
That's a good idea, Cade. Go find Eamon.
I'll go find Eamon. Eamon! Eamon!
You hear Cade stomping up the stairs as the fire continues to burn in the place, and Cade is yelling out your name.
I'm right where you left me, Cade.
Eamon. I lost my finger. That
you
string
did.
cut straight through it.
It's very interesting.
So, I see you're good with bandages. Can you bandage this up so I can have my finger?
Do you have anything to bandage it with?
No, that's why I'm coming to you.
So, Eamon will reach back into his hood and try to get as much as he can. Do you have your weed dagger?
I got me a weed dagger.
He takes and he'll cut some of the cloth off, and he'll wrap it and bandage it as best he can.
You notice as you're doing it, there's no blood. It looks perfectly sealed and healed.
It looks healed.
Not healed as in reattached.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like there's no open wound. There's no scars.
Because he drank the potion.
Hey, he's gonna tie it anyways, because he's not real sure if Cade's gonna understand that
Cade's ready
at this
for
point.
this.
Wait, what?
but-
I understand what?
He's
Hey, that's a really good roleplay.
Yeah, great roleplay.
yeah, and he just goes,
I have missed something completely.
I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but
Why?
well, I mean it's the tip already looks healed.
Why? What happened? Sew it! Somebody sew it! What happened to the tip of my finger?
Okay, all right. So let's go back to Irda. And so Ray looks at the.
Well, so Kate charged down. Irda got
Right.
distracted.
Yeah, you hear
watched that go
up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs.
and then she can still hear the shouting from above. It's okay, Ray. This is just a place for you to be able to kneel. I thought that it would be good to pray. I kneel to pray.
You see Ray. He looks. He picks up the cloth. He shakes it. And he looks at you with your cloak. And he drapes it around his shoulders. And then he kneels down in front.
All right.
Puts his little hands up.
So then I'll just I'll go through the same kind of thing that I do every night when I pray, and just she will thank Sarah and Ray for the guidance and protection of both her friends and herself, and ask her to continue looking out for the people at Fort Von Frost, and to also look after all the people in Magnamar, and just ask for strength for the next day ahead, and that she may continue doing the best to do service to her lady. So, yes.
All right, as you pray, it's tough for you not to notice. Ray is kind of looking up at you periodically. He's got his hands like this, but he's not doing anything else except looking at you like he's mimicking with no knowledge of what's actually happening.
Right.
The night goes on, the fire dies out. Cade's finger is in fact severed irrevocably. Well, not irrevocably, but at least for tonight, not irrevocable. And then the dawn comes the next day.
And I was gonna say before.
And I did want to do something before I went to
Okay, all right.
bed. You do your.
I was gonna cast the tiny hut in the bedroom.
Okay.
So that when we rested, we were inside the
Yes.
tiny hut,
And-
just in case. And so what I would have done is just mask it so that it looks like the surrounding room within the.
All right.
And I am going to take a small strip of brown cured leather and place it tightly in one fist. I'll take the other fist thumbs out, and I will lift my hands up above my shoulders, and I will say, Magus Arma, and I will drop a breastplate of mystical force onto my chest that lands, and now I'm wearing
Nice.
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 force.
Isn't the
Did you see the
cage?
Wait, what did I miss?
Hadros put Fanner in Discord. It's amazing.
Oh,
Is he in a bathtub?
Yes, with me tiny ship.
All right, hang on here. So I don't want the rest of our. So you should be in our Discord, but even if you're not, I'm going to bring this up for you. But join our Discord. It's so
I'm
much
sharing
fun.
creds, right?
And although I'm angry, I think it was Iculus said earlier that he forgot there was a stream today because he was so busy in the Discord. No, the Discord serves the stream, not the opposite. But that is fun. And let me see here.
It's so good.
Okay, I'll be pulling up here.
But you can see the flask of the heavenly rum, and it
Oh, look! Look
that's
at that! All right, so it
almost looks like the
That's funny.
Sarenrae.
And then we're gonna save image into there, and then we're gonna open it, and there it is. And everybody, this is the on-the-fly artwork of the amazing Pat Draws. Are you ready? Hold on, let me move this over
Zoom
here.
out a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get this. So,
Oh, there we go.
Arr, I finally get a ship I can captain.
I love the mom tattoo.
Yeah.
The mom, that is awesome. That is awesome. Everybody, round of applause.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good.
Over here, yes. Hey, Redbeard, good to see you.
Captain.
Where's our Redbeard? There we go.
Yar.
Captain Redbeard.
Who gets those, Redbeard?
That's probably
And
all
there
for
we have
Kate.
Redbeard. All right, back up. All right, so what else are you doing before?
Yeah, so I did the tiny hut.
And I cast Mage Armor, so now I'm going
Right.
to sleep with my armor on. And Cade, can I have that silver thread?
Oh, now you want it, huh?
Yes, Cade. Also
Tis-
because I think it's a bit better in my hands.
'Tis mine.
Last time it was in your hands, it cut part of that off.
but it could be I'm not giving it to you.
I have an idea that I'd like to try, if that's all right with you.
It's mine. Right?
Yes, sure. It's yours.
Okay. What are you gonna do with it?
Give me the thread, Kate.
Arr.
All right, I'm gonna try something. Roll with me on this, DM.
All right.
I'm gonna take this little thread, and I'm gonna take out my water skin. Just lay it out in front of me. I'm gonna place this thread down on the ground in front of me,
Okay.
and I am going to run my fingers down the length of it as I say Anima Restus, and I'm going to cast Animate Rope on it.
Ah.
It says one rope-like object up to 50 feet in length, 1 inch wide. I would call it
I know
rope-like.
exactly what animate. So, describe as you run your fingers along it. What level of pressure are you placing on it?
Oh boy.
Knowing that it can cut through skin, extremely lightweight
All right.
pressure.
As you run your fingers lightly across it, you feel this tingling sensation. It's a good 18 inches long, and nothing happens to your fingers. You feel the tingle, but nothing. You cast Animate on it. As you cast Animate, give me one moment as I pull up my wild magic tables.
Ooh.
You sense this is something.
I don't want to lose my head.
Are you inside the tiny hut while you're
Oh, and
doing
he
this?
thinks
No, we were
I do
outside. I was
stupid
outside of it.
Okay.
Yes, I do stupid things.
Absolutely outside of the hut.
Okay, good.
Upstairs?
Yeah, he said he was outside.
Are you guys downstairs?
I think I would be on the top floor, just outside of the hut, just because I didn't maybe not take down the whole building. I don't know. Yeah, I would have been just outside the hut.
Even I know this is a stupid
He's already
idea,
caused
and I'm
one
a pirate.
explosion inside the house. Why not two?
I think it's a genius idea.
Yeah. So as you touch it with your animate rope, you sense there is something again. It doesn't resonate properly. It's not what you normally would know. It's not arcane in a sense. It's not divine. It's something else. And as you touch it with your spell, I'm going to go ahead and let you make the roll. Roll
D100?
percentile dice
Yep.
for me, please.
83.
83.
Oh no,
It's all a random table. I
yeah.
don't think high or low makes a difference. I could be entirely wrong though.
Depends on what his.
All right. As you do this,
Oh no.
there is suddenly this is actually remarkably similar to what happened last time, which is totally coincidental. This was last
It's okay,
time.
y'all are in the hut.
TPK'd by
Yeah.
a thread.
Can we see him from in?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
see
you
him.
can see him. So you see him. He
Irna.
hovers
And
over
he
it,
thinks I'm the dumb one.
and suddenly a giant ball of fire blossoms.
Do I get to make
I
some
don't
sort
look
of
so
save?
stupid now,
No,
do I?
it's centered on you. There is no reflex. There is no recovery.
no.
I rolled fireball on myself on the wild magic table.
You took 44 points of damage.
Do you have 44?
No, I do not.
How many
Did you just
negative are you?
I don't know. I don't check that stuff. I roll
many
what they are.
negative
They
are
are
you?
what they are.
Puts me at -5.
You're fine. You're fine.
But well, actually, my
fine.
parry after wound closure automatically stabilizes that wound.
Okay, so well, no, it wouldn't matter. You don't need stabilization with fire. There's no bleeding, right? So you're
Fine. Fine.
you're a massive cauterized wound. You're
My heart just dropped.
your hair is singed off. Your eyebrows are gone. Your skin is blackened. Your robes are blackened. You all see this happen. This massive ball of fire blooms from over outside.
Fire in the hole! I don't look so stupid now, do I?
Well, all right. So, can one of you get him inside the hut? Because if I leave the hut, it's going to disappear.
I'll go get him.
Carefully, please.
Well, where's my string?
It's
So
right in front of him.
I ignore Cade. I'll go out. I'm gonna.
All right.
Jesus, the string.
Al-Qaeda.
Right. You walk out. You see Alcott on the ground. You smell the acrid scent of burnt flesh.
As far as you're aware, I just cast fireball on myself.
You have no idea what
His
happened.
clothes burn off completely?
No, they're like,
major
pretty much. Like some of them are melded to his flesh.
Oh,
his
no.
hair is
We're gonna
gone.
have
His
to wrap him like
eyebrows are
Eamon.
gone. His sword is fine. It looks untouched, maybe just cleaned a bit. And as you pick him up, you see the string, this silver string. It shines. It's so even though it's microscopically
burying that thing in the ground.
No,
incredibly
I don't
thin.
get it.
It's still very visible.
This
It
thing's
lays on the
powerful.
ground as you scoop him up.
You're the one that cast
Okay.
magic on it.
I'll bring him into the hut
Okay.
and lay him down.
Well,
I go out and I pick up the string.
Have-
and put it in my pocket.
I have no healing spells left because I
mean,
have
I'm
utilized all
unstable.
my slots. However, I do have several uses of my healer's kit, so I will just use every balm and bandage I have to try to heal him up.
Before you do that, I have a red potion from Rannick.
Yep.
I don't know what it does. I didn't
Let's
ask him about that.
It's a potion of fireball.
And you're dead.
I just burn.
I can restock my healer's kit in the market. Let me do what I can for him right now with what I have, and then I can heal him on the morrow when I have rested.
If that is what you prefer to do.
I
but
just worry about
this-
potions because in my past history with Ixon, I drank some things that were of questionable.
This was on the red
I'm sorry.
black
I'm sorry.
arrow.
They're on a roll.
Too off. Yeah, the chatters, you guys are on fire. I love it. No, yeah, on fire. Who ordered the Cajun Alcott?
Or blacken the mage.
So I'm gonna use the last 5 uses of my healer's kit because I know I can get it restocked here.
All right,
'cause
so
I
go
got
ahead
restocked
and
here
roll
before.
for me, please.
Okay.
Check heal.
Perhaps
Heal
flame
checks.
on was not a good idea for
I'm
verbal.
Just do one.
I'm gonna roll it at advantage, and
Okay.
so just one heal check for the 5
Right.
uses. Okay. I have a +9.
Oh, are you actually healing me?
I'm
Yeah,
using my
she's using
healer's
heal
kit.
so she has no spells left. So
Oh, it won't actually give me hit points.
22. No, it will give you
it will.
22.
22. Yeah. So you basically what you have some balms you use to salve. He's got seared skin.
And it's the
I'm gonna have you
D4s,
make.
right?
I'm going to have you make a fortitude save, Alcott. And this is against permanent scarring.
I will
all right.
take advantage on this.
All right. So it's going to be a DC 19.
And I roll 1d4 for each use, right?
Yes. Okay. So go ahead and roll each of those.
You wouldn't happen to want to play a nice song for me to listen to? Fortitude. You can only do it in combat.
Hey, no metagaming, Alcott. You're unconscious.
2.
8.
Total of 8
Oh, you're scarred, dude.
with advantage. Okay. All right.
It's a 3 and a 4.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm not wizard. We don't have a lot of constitution, you see.
Yeah, I know, but still.
It's sad. It's very sad.
+4. You had like a 1 in 4 chance, so.
You said it was
On a
DC
19.
18?
18, yeah. And if you have, so you rolled a 3 and a 4, and you had an 8. That means you had a +4.
No, I have a +4.
So yeah, so a 15 or a 14 would have gotten you there.
Yeah, so
you
it was
have
only like a 25% chance to succeed.
Right, so 1 and 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was 4. Oh, I have lay on hands too. I forgot I had
Lay on hands?
Lay on hands. I have lay on hands. I forgot I had lay on hands.
Maybe that will assist in me not scoring so bad.
So you got for my healer's kit. You got
yeah, I'm healing.
14 points of healing from those, and then I'm gonna use all my lay on hands on as well. Just
If I was at max HP, I would have been down to 1. From
and
that
lay on
fireball.
hands is
Oh, that was
1d6. So
Wild magic is not fun.
Yeah, but
He
some
cast a spell on us.
of the effects are just grass sprouts from around you. So I got one of the worst.
No, there's definitely worse than that. There's definitely worse than that.
13.
Depends on what magic table you're
I guess
That's
I'll
right.
see.
18
Would I have
more points of healing from my lay on hands
18.
spells.
That's what happened, or do we just think he cast fireball on this thing?
You
know, I mean-
you don't think he's stupid. Go,
Right.
Make a spellcraft check for me, please.
Alcott's
Okay.
just done with
Yeah,
it.
he's not,
Oh, wait.
He's not self-immolating.
Right.
Well,
I'm at this party.
you also heard me say a verbal component
Right.
for a spell that doesn't sound
Right.
like fireball.
Spellcraft. This should be pretty good.
F's in the chat for Alcott Conwell.
Well,
Not bad.
So 22.
You have lots of advantages.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
just
so
say.
you
This is
know
pretty good.
Oh, dang, I got you
instinctively.
really.
I don't have a lot.
You know instinctively, while not knowing exactly what happened, this was an effect from something that Alcott did against this string that Cade had given him. So
Oh no, he asked for it. I didn't just willy-nilly give it to him.
So
he
yeah.
asked for it. He asked for
He's
it.
he's healed up quite a bit. He's not
Alright,
full,
so
but he's close.
His lashless eyes flutter open.
Did it work?
Well,
God, I was not expecting that.
If you were going for casting a fireball on yourself, it works very well.
To be honest, I was not. It was fun, but
Your lips feel tight. They crack a little
not
bit as you're
doing that
speaking.
again.
I'm going.
Can we bury that string in the dirt?
no. 'Tis in my pocket. I'm keeping this string.
You're
Best
just
of luck
gonna
if it doesn't crawl its way out.
offer him her water skin. Drink some water.
Did it animate?
Eamon,
I animated on you, that's for sure.
Did it animate?
at this point,
No.
Eamon gets up
It's-
and he's actually going to walk downstairs.
Eamon, you walk back downstairs. You don't actually see Captain Redbeard perched atop the wall there. What do you do?
He's gonna find a corner and he's gonna sit and he's going to start going through his nightly ritual of stretches, but he's definitely come down for a reason.
Okay, all right. Everybody else is upstairs. All right, Eamon, you come down by a corner next to a bookshelf, and you go through your nightly routine and ritual. All right, back upstairs.
How the heck was I supposed to know that was going to happen? Everyone in the chat's like blaming me. It's so freaking like.
Because of the way you treat me.
I just thought it
And I
was
just
really
cut the
sharp.
tip of my finger off. Then you're like,
Well,
give
so-
me the string.
No, it's tough. Because the only clue that you so I told you it didn't feel like normal arcane.
Detect magic didn't work.
Right, exactly.
My massive spellcraft
But
check
you
didn't
felt
work.
something
Yeah.
with it, right? So
Alcott thought it might just be some cool material that
Exactly,
resonates with
yeah,
magic.
yeah.
Turns out it really resonates with magic.
it does.
Anyways,
Alright, so what was I gonna say? Why would we want to get rid of the string? It's a lot of fun.
keep it. Be cautious, please.
Well, I lost a finger, but I'm thinking.
I almost lost my life.
Yes, you did.
Just a
And you're a
point.
little. You got a little less of you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm gonna check your head.
I instantly ripped my mirror out of my backpack.
You're not gonna like the sight to see, sir.
All right.
I wouldn't do that.
So go ahead and let's just do a base wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
As you pull the mirror up, the sight you behold is macabre.
Is it
your
under his
skin
wisdom?
Yeah, be under. Yeah, I
flaking.
do
Yeah,
it.
trying to rub.
Yeah.
What? He did.
Yeah, under his
All
wisdom,
right.
yeah.
But I was rolling under my wisdom.
Yeah, that's good.
So in this case,
It is good.
Exactly right. Rolling low was good this time. You see your hair is gone, your eyebrows gone, your eyelashes gone, your hood singed, the sigil on your robe blackened. But you do see Irda's healing, quick healing, has done some effect for you. There's bits of black that are flaking away and clean skin is beneath.
Good.
But you see what looks like a jagged flame line that goes from your ear to the corner of your mouth that doesn't appear to be healing.
I'll have to grow my sideburns out a little longer next time. Hair grows back. It's just not a good look.
It is not.
Thank
Don't
you.
think you'll be getting any ladies.
Thank
these
you,
days.
Cade. All right, I guess rest now.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, Eamon.
I was gonna say OOC was. I'm assuming I was able to find what I was looking for when I went into town.
Yes,
Okay.
you were.
Okay. Okay.
Always.
So before I go back up, as long as no one's around, I am going to change my head wraps into a headscarf. That is, it is a base of black, but it has small gray squares on it.
You take the ragged, torn wraps and you replace them with these fresh ones with the squares, the checks. No one comes down. You're by yourself. And it's a solemn remind you of what you've gone through. You feel still the pain of the past, even as you cover it with the fresh cloth of the future.
I'll take those old wraps and I'll actually keep them. They'll go in my pack.
Okay. Right, back upstairs.
So, Alcott, let me ask you this one question. Take a little swig of heavenly rum.
Sure.
Okay. I think we could both use another swig.
I think after that it might help.
Yes, I have a question to ask you. So,
Oh, that's strong.
It is strong and warms your gullet immediately.
Because it needs more warming.
What is it?
so you got on me for slicing me finger off and treating me all stupid. What exactly did you say to the string? Why did you fire yourself?
I have the ability to animate rope-like objects.
It animated, all right.
What did you say to the string?
I had the thought that if I could animate it, we could possibly use it as a weapon.
Well, that's what I want to use it as.
Yeah, well,
Well, what did you say to it to animate? It animated you, all right.
oh, trust me, Cade, you won't be able to do that. Takes years of practice.
Okay, but if you
blow
wanted to
yourself up.
animate it, why did it catch fire on you?
Apparently, it's made of some sort of material that has to resonate with magic in some way that I am not aware of.
And you used the wrong magic.
No, magic, period, Cade. You attempt to cast anything on this and it will bounce back at you in unforeseen ways.
Perhaps you can take it with you to the college
I
tomorrow.
was thinking I could take it to the college with me.
I'll go with you.
I guess you don't want to go to the bar.
Oh, I
then.
do. Oh. Well.
I also don't know
if
how
you
much you're
take
going
good
to fit
care
in.
of it, don't lose it,
I have no plans.
and find a tricksy way for me to use this. I think it could be a good weapon on a ship.
All right. On a ship? A tiny little 6-inch string?
18.
18-inch string?
Wow, you got no sense of
18 is about this big.
18-inch string?
This is about 18 right
Hey, it's a
here.
good weapon, you know. We get bad pirates.
Before I go to bed, I'm going to sift through with the end of my quarterstaff the fire of the painting. Try and see if there are more of these strings
Okay.
in the
All right. All right. Anyone else?
I have like when Alcott and Cade stop talking, Irda just kind of rolls over and goes to sleep.
Okay. All right. So, welcome to the DMing of Terrain and Open Gaming World and Theater of Mind plus Terrain. My party is now spent 2 hours in this same room. I have so many other scenes set up and all these things I was prepped for, but I love it. They've done a great
How
job.
much
Sorry, go ahead.
healing do we get from resting? Because we're in the bed.
Yeah,
in
so
the
everybody,
room.
you're well rested in the bed, but the worry and the stress, each of you only get 2 hit points back from resting.
The first time I actually get to use my amulet, I get 4 back because I double
Oh, there
natural
you go.
healing.
Are there pickles anywhere?
First time I ever use it because I blew
No.
myself up.
Oh.
I mean, not in here.
Oh.
Any
know.
paper, ink, pen here, like on a writing desk or anything?
Yeah, you actually do. There is on a desk upstairs on the 3rd floor, where clearly was Foxglove's bedroom. There is some parchment. Some of it's scattered about, like it's already been rifled through. You find an inkwell, but it's dried.
Okay.
Well, and he would know this. He's seen Irda. She has
Right.
parchment and ink and stuff in her backpack as well.
So I'll pick up whatever unwritten on paper is there, and I'll just Irda, would it be all right with you if I take this?
The paper?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I have plenty of my own. Were you needing something to write with?
Perhaps another time, yes. but
Okay.
not today.
As you know, when I wrote the letter for, I have plenty of ink, and
I appreciate it.
of course.
I also have lots of that.
Thank you, Robert.
you.
They obviously need it. Yes.
Yes, we do.
Oh, Pat Draw said you're writing your last will and testament.
John is being particularly evil
Because
recently.
it's the we're in the next morning, correct?
Yes, it's now the next
Okay,
morning.
So, Irda, she'd noticed that Eamon didn't come back upstairs last night, I'm guessing. Did
Right.
he
He,
come?
he would have come
Oh,
back.
did you come back up?
Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
yeah.
I did come back
Okay.
at some point, but it would have been after you were probably asleep.
All right.
I'm guessing.
but she still would have noticed that he left. So she'll just kind of come to him quietly and say, "Are you all right? I noticed you went away after the last night, and I wanted to make sure that you're okay."
Yes, I'm okay. It's things happen.
All right. I just thought I would check because I noticed when the backsplash happened from the spell that you seemed to be concerned. So I just wanted to make sure.
As the light streams to the windows in the Foxglove townhouse, you can hear the bustle of Magnamar street life below.
All right, take off the bandage and look at my finger.
Yeah, so again, it's cut. You show me where it's cut off. I'm not telling you, all right?
First,
It's getting higher every time.
Just first littlest bit.
It's clean and smooth and healed, but just, yeah, you're missing that knuckle.
Wait, the tip is not there.
It just
No, the tip
falls
is
off.
gone. It falls off.
When you take the bandage off, it just
It falls off.
Well, that's most unfortunate. Why did that happen?
You see Ray, he kind of sidles over,
Oh,
and he starts reaching out toward the fingertip.
I pick it up.
Better than pickles. For all of the viewers, I now know how to cast fear. I have. The 24 hours have passed. It's been an incredible 24 hours.
It has been an incredible
And I
24
want to
hours.
attempt to learn Command Undead. So to decipher it, it is DC 12.
Okay.
I literally just can't roll a 1. I have a plus 18 to my
All right,
spellcraft.
all right,
checks.
you got it.
And then to prepare it in my head for the day so that I can write it before the end of the day is DC 17. We are good.
So Moose, it depends. So I do a lot of that 1E stuff. He does not know all that has been destroyed, but some things are not going to be destroyed by fire. A blade's not going to be destroyed by fire. Coins, maybe, depending on the heat, could be melted, but normally not. So don't assume you know what has happened.
and Irda, as soon as she sees Ray on Kate's shoulder, she's going to remember what she had planned, and she's going to cast tongues on herself.
Okay.
And she's now going to look at Ray and say, "Ray, can you understand me?"
His head shoots up. He steps away from Cade, but one hand still kind of trails lightly toward the finger, like he's trying to
I have
pick
it
up
in my
that
hand.
tip.
I have it in my finger.
But he looks at you and his head tilts.
You can understand me, right? And I would be able to understand him.
You speak Ray.
Yes, I have a spell that lets me do that sometimes.
Why? Never before.
Oh, well, before Ixon always spoke for you.
You fight Ixon?
I did.
Why?
He was trying to harm me and Kate and you, from what I understood.
Ixon never harm Ray. Never. No.
He made another goblin companion.
Sure did.
He just drops his head, but he shakes it.
You had asked Alcott something last night, and I was wanting to talk to you, so perhaps I could better understand your question. You said something. What is God?
I see you. You pray to God.
Yes.
God makes. Your God makes you.
Well,
My God makes me.
my family, they worshipped gods of agriculture, the god of agriculture. I found Serenray through prayer and understanding. So Serenray, she did not make me, but I follow her and I can do what she wants.
God makes. God.
And he holds up his hands like sculpting clay.
Right.
God makes.
Yes, and some gods, yes, they do make. Just the god I follow did not make me.
He seems confused.
Um,
Can we understand
No.
anything? No, because she's talking in
Yeah,
Goblin,
right.
Okay,
yeah.
just making sure.
It is complex, the idea of divinity. I'm trying to think best of how to explain
What?
prayer and obedience to God.
You obey your God.
That is my hope. I do the very best I can to do that and follow what she wills of me. I do not profess to be perfect. I am still learning,
Not perfect.
but I don't think anybody is either. But if there are things that I can help answer for you, anytime.
Ixon loves me. Ixon loves me.
Oh, okay. I
He loves me.
don't.
You guys don't know what he's saying, but you
he's
see
angry.
suddenly Ray. He seems to be reacting with strong, like just passion, and he yells at her something in a tongue you don't understand.
I would hope that he has some love left in his heart after everything, but I do not know. But what I can say is that I cannot speak for everyone, but I know that Cade and I both care about you very much.
All right, go ahead and roll diplomacy for me, please.
Diplomacy. Right. I'll roll that at a.
You speak to him.
advantage.
We've had 2 fan arts drawn.
Oh, we got another fan art.
Yes.
Thank you.
I would love for you both to.
If you haven't yet, type exclamation point Underdark. Oh no, that is awful.
Pat is very kind.
Oh God, Alcott learns a lesson. All right. All right, let us pull this up. I don't know. This is a different session today, guys. I don't know. It's been odd.
I'm loving it.
I thought there was gonna be a lot of other stuff happening, but it's
Me
still
too.
fun. And I had like I've got your so all right. So
Just remember, you're the one who put the string in front of us.
I did. Well, yeah. All right.
It's so shiny too.
I rolled a 14,
My precious.
and my diplomacy is a 15.
Okay.
So 29.
Thank you, Ranger Harley. We appreciate the sub. Oh, that's a gift sub. Thank you, Redbeard.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. And here is our latest bit of fan art in our Discord. There it is. This is Alcott learns a lesson. Oops. Well, that didn't work. All right.
Magic.
He looks up at you, and you catch his eye. You clearly have gotten through to him, but his shoulders slump, and he turns away, and he slinks back toward Cade.
And let me see how much longer. I can't remember how long this spell lasts.
Things last quite a while.
Because I use spell counting, I can't.
Bunch of cats in this
here.
party with a string keeping them occupied.
Should be like an hour per
So
level.
I have it 10 minutes per level,
okay,
so
so-
it'll last
Yeah.
for 100 minutes. It's a level 10. So,
Hour and 40.
Yeah. So, yeah, 1 hour, 40 minutes. So I can speak and understand anything that we hear through the city today as we
Okay.
kind of start to go around. For at
All
least
right.
that time.
So what are you doing?
I guess
Alright.
we're leaving.
So, and we're walking with you to the college.
Before we
as
leave.
Yes.
I know it's a horrible thought. I had the idea. I did prepare identify today.
Oh,
This is what I
the fire got to him.
It's
Burned his brains a
It's
little.
probably a terrible idea, but I just wanted to know opinions.
for.
The string?
Take it to the college. That is my
All right, you're right. I just thought I'd try.
That's fair.
All right. Did I already give you the string?
Yeah. I've got it.
Good care of it. Don't lose it. And bring it back to me.
I open
These
up the
broken strings.
I open up the left side pouch of my backpack and I place it in there. Zip it back up, or what? Not
All right.
zip, I guess.
Again, you feel the same thing, this sort of tingling sensation as you place it in your backpack.
I'll be very
but
lightweight with it.
You're careful with it. It seems to have no effect. You just kind of place it in your backpack, no issue there. And you begin heading through the streets of Magnamar. Magnamar, as we have said before, the city of monuments.
And they need another.
It is. They need another monument, right? It is beautiful in every way, sitting right on the Varisian coast. It is a bustling day. As you move down the street, several people, thank you for the follow, Somerset 20. There is sort of an energy in the air. People seem to be joyous. Something seems to be going on in the city. You're not sure what. But as you move down the road, you head through the districts, the cobblestone streets. You pass several townsfolk and passers-by. They cast a look. Principally in the past, it was always toward Irda and her glowing skin. But now Alcott seems to be drawing attention.
I get it. I wish I had a disguise self spell.
Alcott the smoky man.
So one.
With his blackened skin, but it's starting to peel off. Again, you just have that one kind of strange-looking scar against your right cheek, but you are bald.
Yeah, I took out my hairbrush this morning, and then I just put it back.
Sadly.
As you move into the thank you, Gronk. As you move into the Keystone District, you pass what is one of the most amazing monuments inside the city. It is called, as you know, having been here, Alcott Founder's Honor. It is a 50-foot tall statue that sits atop a 30-foot stone platform, showing the original founder of the city of Magnamar. As he sits atop this incredible stone structure. It is tough not to be awed by this, and I'll pull it up here on the screen.
Is it the biggest statue in town other than the ones created by the Thessalonians?
It's the biggest statue you've seen, but it's certainly not the biggest monument. And that gives you a sense of it here, make sure everybody can see, he sits atop this, the original founder of Magnamar, noble, with his blade touched to the ground, a shield on his arm.
Do I recognize the symbol on that shield?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me, please.
Make sure what that modifier is. It would be a 17.
Yeah, it's not hard to recognize. You see that this shield has a flame on it. It's all in the same stone, so there's no color to it. But you can see the definite licking of flame up the side of the shield.
Fire is following me everywhere.
You continue past, or you stop there, or
Just
the stone of the seers is just a little bit further. This is where you had your wizardly training.
Hey.
And as you head there, several
I get excited the closer we get.
It's odd to see this bald wizard with his blackened robes, but as he kind of hops. Go ahead, Irda.
Prestidigitation, clean him up before he visits all of his friends.
Well, I thought that I would have surely done that before we left, but maybe I was too excited to get out this morning.
Or maybe I just wanted to role play you like that.
No, I love it. I love it.
All right, so as you head, you soon get to the Stone of the Seers, and you see the rest of the party. You see Alcott clearly knows his way. He winds deftly through the streets, and in moments, there is the edifice of your schooling, and a giant stone door sits. What?
Did he not learn about casting fireball on strings?
He did cast fireball on the string.
I was not a mage that learned combat magic. I focused more on the utility.
I should have stayed in college a little longer.
I know this place. This is where I didn't burn myself with string.
But I did hear a couple tales of some other people burning themselves. Lots of people burn themselves here, actually.
True.
Aye.
First time you learn magic can be a bit... never goes the way you want.
So there are a pair of where you would normally think of guards. These look like no guards. They're small, slender men in nondescript robes, but they stand on either side of these giant stone doors.
This is the biggest school I've ever seen.
It is marvel. But construction was easy. You know, magic.
Magic. Yes.
Does anyone want to come inside?
Hey!
At the very least, into the entrance hall.
Yes.
Sure.
I would like that.
I will approach them with my staff forward.
Huzzah!
Halt!
Oh,
Who goes there?
Alcott Devereaux, returning after some...
he may look a little different than the last time
Time.
you saw him.
Yes, and I will show my signet ring and bow before them.
Alcott, I remember you. You look nothing like yourself.
It's been rough.
Rough? I should say so. Have you been dabbling in necromancy, you fool?
I don't think he quite learned the right to magic.
I found a very interesting thing. It backfired on me. Let's
A
just say that.
string.
All wands look like forks to an outlet. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
Something backfired. That's all I'll say.
Oh, it's your backfire!
Well, what cause have you here?
I am looking to do some research, learn a few more spells, and I have a couple things I want to show to some people that might know a bit more than me.
Well, even in your disheveled state, I'm sure Master Laius will be glad to see you. You were always his favorite, I recall.
Yes. Taught me much of what I know.
All right. Well then, your friends, must they come too? Or,
Huzzah! Captain K. Cardinal, sir!
looks like he might prefer the lower quarters.
Oh, I take offense at that!
I know you mean offense, but he does prefer the lower quarters, actually.
What can I say? I just like to take a look-see, sir.
All right, they open.
At the very least, I would like them to see what it looks like. I think that they will be on their way afterwards.
All right. So he turns. He slides open the big stone doors, and yes, John does prepare, although he doesn't know what the party's going to do. He has some hunches. So you move through. I can't stand because I don't have the thing standing. So you move through the corridors. All of you have never been in a place like this. Immediately, once you step inside, the walls are of alabaster. They are white, and you see the most ornate carvings and rugs of deep crimson. Strange globes float about all around. It is a place of the greatest peculiarity. As you move through, Alcott seems to just deftly know exactly where he's headed. He moves up a set of stairs, and Alcott takes you up to the third floor, and turns down a corridor. Someone stops him. You there? What are you doing? I don't know you. And he's
Oh, you might, though.
he's short, elderly man.
I recognize him.
Instantly you recognize him. This was one of your instructors. And this is Dramus, and Dramus looks at you utterly unrecognizing and very suspicious of your companions.
Dramus, it's been some time, and the world has seen me a bit weary since we've last met. It's me, Alcott, and these are my compatriots. It's the hair, I know, I'm sorry.
Alcott? By the gods, lad, what happened to you?
He cast fireball on a string!
I pull the little string out of my bag, and I'll wave it in front of him. Oddly enough, this happens to me.
And this to me.
Okay, yeah, the chat agrees Kate is having way too much fun with this.
Yeah. When you go back to school and you get made fun of the same way you did.
Exactly. All right. He looks at it. Oh.
Boy, put that away! That's an ethereal string. Deadly in the most... You fool! What are you doing with it?
We got fireball on it, sir!
Cade,
Go away.
That was a nat 20 on the die for
I think it's
Promise.
about time for you to leave.
Kid, don't we have the same things to go inspect? We will see you later.
You're being a bit loud in the halls.
You got fireballs.
And Hira's just gonna hook an arm through Cade's arm and kind of like gently
got it.
escort him
I'll
away.
If you would like to stay, Eamon, I would welcome it.
Never.
Oh, God, this-
I would. But at the same time, I don't know if
They may
it
need
is
you.
wise.
This is fair.
I would very much like to stay with you. Perhaps another time.
Another time. We'll be back in Magnamar.
Hopefully.
All right, so what are you doing?
They are leaving.
So I'm taking Cade, and Amon's following us.
Irna ushers Kate off.
And I'm going to go with
Oh,
them.
you're going to,
Yes,
so you're
yeah,
leaving?
yeah.
All right, so everybody's
Yeah.
going. Eamon stays by himself here. Okay.
Everybody, all got together.
I'll cut.
All right, so we're going to resolve these in two separate things. We're going to come back to you in a second, but we're going to let them. So you come out, you go back out into the streets. You pass through the marketplaces of Magnamar, the Keystone District. Go ahead.
As we go through the marketplaces, I just want to be sure to look around, just the various vendors and just kind of see who's there.
All right, and what are you looking for something in particular, or?
Not something, someone.
Okay. All right. Want to send me a text? All right. As you move down the streets, you both notice Eamon seems to be very inquisitive and looking each way. You also notice that Irda is holding very tightly to your arm, Kate.
I heard you're fighting me strong, Irda.
Raid rides atop your shoulder,
Very strong.
and he keeps tapping your rum flask.
Oh, I'll give you a little swig.
He takes a swig and he throws his arms around
Oh,
your
I
neck
love you
again.
too, Ray Ray.
Just keep in mind, you're not near your source of rum. So if you go through that
We're
bottle,
going to the captain's club.
that's fair.
As we're going through the marketplace, because
Oh, I look for another flask.
that is something. But I was going to say.
That is something.
That is something.
That is something.
That is something you can do. But I was going to say, I remember I refilled my healer's kit when I was here last
Yep.
time, so I would do that again as we're going. But basically, I'm looking for, in primary, someone with any produce that might be able to provide us some seeds that we can take back that the people in the fort might be able to plant come planting time.
Okay.
Oh, smart.
All right, so we'll resolve that. We can actually do that in the Discord
right.
between sessions, but I like that. So yeah, so you move
And
down.
spices.
Each
I
of
look
you.
for spices.
All right. Yes.
Okay,
Right.
I'll go ahead and subtract the gold for the healer's kit
Yeah.
real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever normal
Yep.
cost would be. That's
50
fine.
gold.
And you move down toward the lower district and the docks. As you head toward the dockway,
Going down to debauchery.
you see more and more of the kind of folk that Cade is most comfortable with, and as you get
Wait, I wanted to buy a flask in the marketplace.
well,
Because we're going to the captain's club to fill up 2 flasks.
all right, so you have a flask, 3 copper. Not
Hey!
bad. So you find a flask, you make your way through the streets, and as you're headed toward the captain's club, you have to ask directions a couple of times. You're not really familiar with this area too well, and you are quickly pointed in the direction of the captain's club. As you walk past, though, it is unmistakable. The tallest building here in the dockway, you can smell the salt air and the docks just a bit away. And hang on here, let me find, where is that? You what are you laughing about? Did I miss something?
The chat is being great.
Oh,
The chat is being
chat
chat.
is always great. The mad chatter's on fire. All right, so where is it? I know I have it here. But you do see there is the tallest building here in the dockway, just a few hundred yards from the edge of the docks. It unmistakably is the Shucked Oyster.
Oh dear.
This 5-story building has the top 3 stories with both men and women heavily underdressed, leaning over balconies. They call out to passersby. "Ooh, you there? You look like you're quite randy. Oh, I can give you some good fun for some coin." One calls out to you.
But the Captain's Club has the better ale.
You talking to me?
Hey, no, I just know.
Yeah.
I'm more about the ale than I am about the women, remember? The rum.
Well, then you've never had a proper woman, I think.
Yep.
Oh, not you. I have Irda by myself.
Irda, you hear a voice. "You there? For one that looks like you, I'll charge no coin. Come up, I'll give you a ride of your life, and you will pay nothing for it."
Let's go to the Captain's Club.
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay. So you ignore the charms?
Yeah, they're
Eamon,
not charged.
Eamon, strangely, no one calls out to you.
That is perfectly fine with Eamon. You head back. You get to the Captain's Club. It is unmistakable. You see what looks like a fairly high-class tavern for the area of the dockway. It's one of the
I've
nicest
grown
buildings.
in tastes
It
with
is-
this group.
And you see there are a pair of guards on the outside, and there's a woman. She sits kind of leaning back on a box, and she's flipping a coin in the air. She has auburn hair, and she's got a leather hood pulled up, and she just kind of flips the coin in the air, and she watches you as you approach.
Can I catch the coin?
Do you want to try to snatch? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Of course it is. All right, go ahead and roll D20 for me, please.
Oh boy. Roll a 20, please. Oh, I'll use advantage.
Somewhere far away, you can hear Millie's approval of this action.
Let's see. Where's my good one? Here we go. And I'll use the good one and the big one. Here we go.
The good one and the big one.
The good one and the
Oh,
big one.
crap. She's going to beat me up.
What'd you roll?
7.
A 7. So you roll to snatch it.
Advantage.
As you roll
Oh,
to
man.
try,
This is not good.
as you roll to try to snatch it, you can hear the sounds of laughter and music from within. And as you reach out, she snatches the coin from the air, and she flicks a dagger out at the same time.
Ah, you're quick with your wee dagger.
You see
Did she get me?
the dagger, it slices
Oh,
through.
no!
Pat draws, says, "Off with his arm."
It slices through the cloth and
sweet.
sits right there next to your arm, and she winks at you. "I'll not miss a second time."
Hey, you're pretty good with that dagger there.
She goes like this.
Very!
The dagger snaps out and goes right back into her hand.
She's tricky.
And she starts flipping the coin up again.
My, that's very attractive. Can you let us in this place?
This is the Captain's Club.
I know! And I'm a captain! Captain Cade, Cardinal of the High Seas! At your service, ma'am.
You tell lies. No one but a real captain gets in here.
I am a real
He's
captain.
a real captain. His ship is called the Meko's Revenge.
Sandpoint heroes. Heroes of Sandpoint.
So she kind of cranes lazily over and looks toward the docks.
Where is your ship then, Captain?
It's at Sandpoint, isn't it?
It's more.
It's in the
It's more near
Marsh
the
fens?
South
marsh
beneath
fens.
the fence, yeah.
Hey, it's in the marsh fens. We parked it down.
It's very good at parallel parking. You should see him sometime.
All right, there's our one anachronism for the day.
Aye, it's anchored in by the marsh fens. We anchored it there.
Oh, sure it is. Everyone anchors their ship in the marsh fence. There are plenty of other establishments for non-captains.
I am a Captain Cade. Oh, hold on one moment. Here it is.
Yes, dear.
You gotta work some charm on her.
I would rather not, but we can try convincing her.
Can you work some charm on me, like cast it on me?
But can you just be charmed by me? That's how it works.
I'm not working too well with it.
All right, roll diplomacy, please.
Okay.
But I can.
Another.
Advantage, right.
I can assure you, ma'am, though he looks like a scallywag, he is in fact a very fine captain. I have sailed on his
Look,
ship.
I've even lost a finger in battle.
I have sailed on his ship. He taught me actually how to properly tie off the
Well,
It was a
sails.
horrible fight. I lost the finger, and you wouldn't believe it.
I lost two arms and a finger.
Same arm twice.
If you're a captain, then tell me a tale
Oh, I've got a tale to tell you.
of your ship and what you and your crew have done.
Oh,
There was the great monster in the sea that time when we were going.
tell you a tale now. One night upon the seas, there was a ship in a storm. A storm was raging, I tell you. Crash, boom, crash, boom. The ship was rocky. People were going overboard, thrown overboard. But as I'm on the, what is it called, stern of the ship.
She says he says it wrong.
Helm! Helm! The helm!
At the
The helm! Wait, no, I said helm!
At the helm.
At the helm! See,
Thank you, Achilles.
I was on the stern of the ship, steering the wrong way.
I see in the distance. Oh my. A kraken.
Speak up.
A kraken.
Don't yell at them.
The great tentacles lashed on the
They
side of the
just,
ship.
I saw it. I saw it coming. The tentacles from everywhere. I tell you, I thought we were doomed. I thought we were doomed.
Her eyebrow shoots up. Interested but highly skeptical.
Then,
Eamon keeps looking at Irda just to get a hint of the truth to this story.
then, I see the tentacles rise up. I knew we were goners for sure. I took a rope. I swung with my sword and stabbed it into its throat as it opened up its mouth. Its tentacles withered away. And I saved the entire ship!
Roll d20 again for me, please.
That's not how it happened.
Oh, you say that?
No.
That was OOC then, right?
That was out of
Did you say
character.
OOC?
That's not how it happened.
Irda wants it known that she fought that battle too.
I know.
I was the one that actually scared the kraken off.
I know.
Well, you know the story changes.
But I'm also trying to help
I'm gonna give
Kate.
you credit.
I'm trying to help Kate get in, so I'm
Yes.
going to let him have his
I
moment story.
gotta be the brave type.
Every good story has a couple lies in
You
it.
know, very true outcome.
The Mako's revenge would have been in 2 if it had been for.
17.
That's 17 plus your diplomacy. She looks up, her eyes shift to Eamon and then to Irda. Briefly, she squints as she thinks she sees something on Irda's face, but as you continue to tell the tale, she leans back and she flips the coin back up in the air. She nods, and they open the doors. And to the Captain's Club, enjoy your time here. Spend your coin. Enjoy our ale.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make some coin. And I want the best ale.
As you move to walk in, as you see the Captain's Club, you are gonna have to wait till next week because we're going. No, we're going to Alcott now. Alcott.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not done. I'm just saying they're gonna have to wait till next week, not you. Alcott, you eventually find your way into the quarters of your headmaster, one who you remember quite well. Lee's, he looks unchanged from when you last saw him.
Unlike me.
Very much unlike you. As you walk in, you are let past his chambers. The Devereaux name clearly gains you entrance. As you step in, and let me pull this up here. You step inside, and you see a familiar headmaster's room. You were in here once. You remember a bit of an incident you had as a young student, where you had messed some with alchemical reagents that should not have been touched, and produced a rather unpleasant effect on the posterior of one of your instructors. Okay. And that had landed you in this very same room. Now you come back many years later. Lise, he sits behind a desk. There are bookshelves all around him, strange sort of structures of arcane energy. One like brown that kind of slopes over almost like a vine, but just floats in midair. And then you see the unmistakable signs, a shimmering of a servant, unseen, but to your eye, you can barely make out this sort of shimmering edge around him as the servant moves. Lee's head turns up. His eyes go wide. Should you melt that mini a little bit for real? Should we put a flame to Alcott's mini? No, that would not be nice. You see Lise, as you see him here, he looks up at you.
You said his name was Lise Dramus?
Lise, hold on, let me get back up to I got too many things going on here.
Perhaps it was just a misspeak at the time.
Yeah, it could have been. It wouldn't be the first time. Hold on, whoa, where is it?
It's a lot of scrolling.
Oh, there's a lot. There's, as I said, all right, I've got it here too. You know your instructor as Lise Nevlandis. Lise Nevlandis, and he is the master of the Stone of the Seer, the most exclusive wizards club and training academy in all of Magnamar. As he looks up at you, his eyes go wide.
Elcott, I would recognize you anywhere, even if I would recognize you not at all. What, my lad, on earth and all the planes has happened to you? Are you well?
He stands up. You see genuine concern on his face.
I've been better, if I'm being quite honest, Lise. It's good to see you.
And you, it's been many an age. Have you learned new trade? Have you uncovered new skills? And what by the gods happened to your hair, lad?
Many things have occurred, Lise, and it's probably another time. In fact, it's quite impressive how I managed to get here. One moment I was up in what was once Fort Rennick. The next moment I was outside the gates.
All the way by Hook Mountain?
Indeed.
You have learned some powerful spells, I take it then?
Indeed.
What can I do for you? Why are you here?
I have a few things I wish to learn before I leave. Chiefly, I was wondering if you had any books on the ancient Thessalonian language.
Why Thessalonians? What would be your interest there?
I left Magnamar as a bit of a challenge to myself. I grew up very poshly, as many of us in this school have done, and I wanted to see the world for what it truly was. In doing so, I said that I needed to go on an adventure. So I found the first one that seemed magical enough for my liking. Just happened to be there was a massive amount of rain over the top of Hook Mountain. And that led me to a series of unfortunate events, I would say, that brought me happily with a group of people that are interesting. Let's say that.
And this accounts for your present visage in what manner?
There's so many steps between then and now. Just last night, we were in a townhouse that my compatriots managed to procure the deed of. There's a lot of story behind how they got it. I'm still not very clear.
His brows are drawing down further and further, like he's very confused.
There was a painting that one of the members of my party was not particularly fond of the visage of who was painted upon it. They decided to burn it, and in doing so discovered there was a small string.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, because you did search in the fireplace, you found nothing else earlier. I meant to, yeah, so.
A small string woven into the fabric of it. As I've learned, it was an ethereal string. I attempted to do some magic on it to determine such, and it had...
You did what?
You know I'm very curious.
You are one of our better students, Alcott. You
One of
know
your
better
more
than this.
curious as well.
Well, there was the incident with, yes, the regents upon Master Grommen's nether regions. Most unfortunate.
I tried everything at my disposal that I could think of and couldn't, for the life of me, uncover what it was. But, as I've just learned, it's apparently something very interesting. I would also love to learn a little bit more about ethereal string.
Perhaps you could donate it here to the stone, but in the manner of ancient Thessalonians, I don't know why you wish to know about them, but you would do much better in the archives. Mistress Irba, though, often quite recalcitrant and occasionally obnoxious, would know more far about this than we would. I can tell you, of course, the Thessalonian stone from the Irespan is what is used in the golem works for the forging of these golems. But manners of speech and their society passed eons and eons ago, and are frankly of little interest to us here.
In my travels, we have discovered many things, dark workings in the world going around that relate back to the Thessalonians. I would love to be able to, while I'm out and about, read anything that I might come across. But I will go see the mistress down in the...
And the string, would you like to leave it in my care?
Unfortunately, one of my party members has declared it his.
And is he capable of handling such power?
Not at all. I would even go so far as to say not in the slightest. However, a promise is a promise that I have made him. I would ask only for now that you could impart on me any knowledge you know of it.
Alcott, I must ask you, what is this that you are about? What purpose, what cause have you?
There's a lot. Some things happened back home before I came back here. Maybe not now is the time to speak on it, but my family is doing well. Not as well as they would hope, but I left. And I seek to adventure the world. And the party that I'm currently with are tied to Fort Rennick and its people, and we need to help them. And I, out of my own curiosity, am tied to the Thessalonians and what is going on in the world.
So it is a cause of altruism?
Certainly.
Go ahead and roll D20 for me, please.
Oh, just for fun, use an advantage. Just in case this is an extremely important roll. Let's... 14.
Okay.
We won't talk about the other number.
Good thing you rolled an advantage.
Right?
He looks at you and he says,
Devereaux, you know you are always one of our best, if occasionally disobedient students. I would, well, deign to help you. Here.
Thank you for that.
Seek Mistress Irba in the archives. She can tell you more about the Thessalonians than I could ever hope to. But I actually have something here I've been saving for you.
Oh.
It was given to me by your
didn't
father.
have to do that. By my father.
It was given to me by your father. I saved it in the hope you might someday return. I know, well, here, let me just show you.
and he pulls open a desk drawer. As he slides the drawer open, he reaches in, and that's where we'll stop for today. All right, so we'll find out what Alcott has next week. And thank you very much, everyone. Well done, Mad Chatters. Go ahead, Irda. You have something to say?
So for Discord text chat, we were going to do the procuring of seeds, correct, in there?
Correct.
And any other purchasing items?
Correct, yeah. So basic purchasing we'll do in the Discord.
I did have a, with the shrine, getting the supplies for the shrine, is that something where she's going to need to find a Church of Sarenrae to go and get those items?
Let's you and I, because I want to think about that and exactly what you're after, so we can DM on that either Discord or text, and we'll figure out that this week, yes.
And just to make a point of it, Alcott is staying at the Stone of the Seers until they come get him.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So however much, like, you want to determine goes on in Discord as session stuff, like maybe stuff in the captain's thing can happen in Discord if you want.
Well, so we're not going to do anything in the captain's quarters in the Discord because they need to see what it is when they get in there.
I love that.
But I think you could change Foxglove Townhouse in the Discord to just be Magnamar.
Yeah.
And then in there you guys can do whatever you want sort of on the road. So as you were traveling, if you bought things.
And then maybe their day ends at the captain's quarters.
Exactly. So kind of like you'd be a backup on the chat in Discord.
It's a rewind.
Rewind, exactly, until here. All right, so yes, we always love the cliffhangers, Gronk. All right, so everybody in the chat, type !Underdark, and you can possibly win the final spot in our stream for February 19th for Underdark Uprising in support of St. Jude's with Lord Gasumba, and we will do that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and go through Stream MVP. And so each of you, somebody said earlier there was a great chat in the it was I should be Stream MVP.
Oh, I copied it down. Because it was so good.
Yeah.
Eamon should be MVP for not setting himself on fire,
Exactly.
losing a part of his body, or converting a goblin.
Exactly.
Just for simply
That was
not.
the one. Yeah, well done. That was the one I was looking for.
And that was Ranger, I believe.
Ranger. Well done. Well done. Okay. So
it was Johnny.
Let's go through. It was Johnny. All right. So let's go through. Let's talk about why you should be Stream MVP, and we're going to start with
setting up
you, Kate.
Huzzah! You know why I should be Stream MVP? Because I am Kay. That's why. Well, I took that painting of Aldern Foxglove and I tore it off the wall because he's a no-good scallywag. That's why. And as I'm stomping, I see something shiny. A shiny string. I pull the string. And it starts tingling in my hand. So I go on further to find the string out and I cut the tip of my finger off. Clean swipe. And I get it back on.
You know, and it was still under warranty, so. You avoided that.
On my brand new arm for crying out loud.
And so just to sort of help back up and help. So what happened differently there was that was the first time pressure was applied. So you touched or you slid your hand. But here, when you tried to cut it with the blade, you were holding it with your fingers. You applied pressure. That's how it was activated.
So it's a piece of silly string, I tell you, that cuts my finger off. Now, then I created a fire. Oh, that led to that, because I was going to throw it in the fire. But you know what? I didn't have to catch it on fire, because Alcott did that himself. But we won't go there. Then I told a story, a tale, to the lady at the captain's club to get in. And I got in! I tell you, I got in.
You did indeed.
So,
and you will be rolling.
And because I'm a pirate, go Bucks!
All right. So, if you don't know, here's how it works. So we're going to do 4 possible winners, and we'll go around the room. So, Kate, you're going to have the Drunken Heretic.
That makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
That is the most Kate option there is.
Drunken Heretic, you got the right person rolling for you. Let us know if you're still on. Just say hello in the chat. You must be present to win. Now we're going to go to Eamon. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Oh, I should be Stream MVP because, I did figure out what Ray was getting at when he was asking about
that was epic.
God.
Yeah, that was really. So I gave you the thing. That was exactly what he was doing, and that was really intuitive of you to figure that out.
So that was big. he's Eamon for the past actually 2 sessions has had to deal with things that remind him of his past, so I think he reacted in character for those. And me as the player really, really wanted Eamon to stay with Alcott at the school. I really, really did, but Eamon doesn't have the same debt he feels to Alcott that he does to Irida. And so he stays with Irida and Cade instead of staying where he really wanted to, because the players actually had discussed this a little bit on Discord.
We did. And we chatted about it. I wanted to make sure that Eamon would be okay with it. That way, I didn't like force it on him on stream and make him make a choice then.
So and so me as a player really wanted to stay, but I felt Eamon would have gone. So.
And if you read near the end of Foxglove Manor, you can catch some of that Irida Alcott
exchange
relationship.
Well done, Eamon. And yes, I thought it, like as I said, in particular, ferreting out, just sort of intuitively knowing that Ray's inquisition about the nature of God was in fact a questioning of his own creation and who was responsible for it. I thought was great.
Super awesome.
You will be rolling for Rory, Mr. Gimbal. And I know he's on. We've seen him very active. All right, Alcott, why should you be Stream MVP?
Alcott should be Stream MVP because...
Okay, Junkie Heretic did
fails.
I mean, okay, so, yeah. we all know what happened. I mean, the string was... one thing I want to make very clear about Alcott is if something is magical, or even remotely so, he is instantly curious about it and wants to do everything he can to understand it.
Right.
And if he even minorly understands it, then experiment on it. When that came to Irda's, the thing in the side of her head last session, and we will maybe get back to that, but that's like maybe something I want to talk to my professor about because it blew me up.
You were fascinated by that little green, that string you saw.
So we might have gotten to that this session.
You fumbled on that roll, so yeah.
But anyways, whether it was this string, any of it, Alcott is very curious about magic, and so when it came to the string, it was detect magic, it was spellcraft, and then finally it was, animate rope. That could be really fun. Boom. So that happened. You got to see him use mage armor in a cool new way that I've like literally gone through and written down all of my verbal and somatic components for my spells, so now I know how I cast all of them, and I'm really looking forward to casting more spells.
Nice.
And then guided the party through Magnamar to the college, greeted people at the college, and we'll be learning some stuff about Thessalonian, and you learned a little bit about his backstory even more, his dad and the Devereaux family and the connections that he has within Magnamar, and maybe doesn't or doesn't like that he has those connections.
Right.
And some stuff about sadness or unhappiness in the family recently, and his reasoning for leaving and stuff like that.
Yeah, well done. And you took the, the wild magic effect and the scarring and the burning. You took that pretty well. I could see there was a little bit of frustration on your face,
but I'm just glad that I'm not horribly disfigured.
You're not horribly disfigured.
And
a lot of that goes to Irda's healing.
Almost died.
Yeah, a lot of that goes to Irda's.
Really
scared me. That's purposefully why I don't keep the hit points of the players. I don't want to know. Because if I know, then I could be influenced as a DM to move or to fudge the dice. I don't want to do that. I want just you guys do what you do. Yeah. All right, so you will be rolling for Robert Phantom.
I always get Phantom.
You do. All right, last but not least,
this time.
Before Evelyn tells us why Irda should be Stream MVP, I have a word of thanks to give. She does so much to help us with Blue Box, but this week she rocked it. The new Discord stuff that she rolled out, the new bot, I mentioned it at the beginning, but I want to mention it again. Thank you so much. Let's give Evelyn a round of applause. Well done. And tell us why Irda should be Stream MVP.
Well, let's see. Starting off, just reminding everybody of kind of what the purpose of coming to Magnamar was, and trying to gather things to help the citizens back at Fort Von Frost. To her, also realizing that the Lord Mayor is a long-term thing to focus on the solution for, and actually explaining to the rest of the party kind of what she had in mind from before, but also taking taking links to heal herself and to Eamon, who had both been injured previously, and making sure that everyone was in good shape. Realizing that she really wanted to have a shrine to Sarenrae, and the second one actually I'll talk to you about later, but to have a shrine in the house and actually creating a space for that, and then actually when Ray was showing interest in what she was doing, actually being welcoming and opening and like inviting him to trying to understand.
Yeah, I like that.
And then also, using her tongue spell to try to help him more to like communicate in a more direct way that she isn't able to do all the time because she doesn't have that spell readily available every day. And so, just trying to help him understand as best as she possibly can from her understanding. And then immediately taking care of Alcott's injuries and taking care of Cade's injuries so he did not bleed out from his finger wound.
What a way to go.
And just her sheer awe at this like institute of learning that she's never, because she was in a little schoolhouse when she was in school, and she didn't go very far in school because she didn't need to. So that and just helping Cade make way into the captain's quarters by kind of backing up the fact that he is in fact a captain, and then being enthusiastic about the story.
Allowing him to actually steal your glory for what happened.
The glory is not important. That is why Irda should be streaming.
All right, well done. All right, so Irda, as always, well said, and you will be rolling for Old School FRP. Old School, are you with us?
And the poll is up.
Yeah, the poll is up for Stream MVP. Remember, they get 1,000 experience points if you vote for them. And Old School, if you're still with us, let us know, and you'll be rolled for by Irda.
Yes.
Let's start over here with Cade. Cade, tell us who you have, and everybody was a sub again, so roll 2d20.
All right, I have got the Drunken Heretic. Let's go for the drunkards. 9, sorry.
A 9.
I guess I drank too much.
A 9. All right, Old School is here,
There,
yes.
okay.
All right.
Rory.
Here we go, Rory. Does Gimbal get to play for Underdark Uprising?
16.
A 16. That's pretty strong.
Better than that, too.
Alcott.
Phantom. Robert.
Robert. Here we go, Robert.
I promise I won't let you down.
Ooh, he promised.
I let you down.
I told you. New dice.
I need new dice.
Oh, no.
All right.
failed you
Dice
today.
tray works for
And
everyone.
Cool.
Old School FRP.
Sorry, Phantom.
That's an 18 and a 16.
Old School, you got the 18, sir. So hit me up on Discord. You win. You are in for
Who do you
our.
have?
I had.
So you got to make
Gimbal.
sure you are. You got to have a Zoom. You got to have a webcam. You got to be ready on the 19th. But if you're in, you're in. So hit me with that on our Discord.
Rum for vote.
And there's still time on the stream MVP. I'm gonna get ready to raid.
Eamon's getting the votes because he didn't do anything foolish.
All right. So I see a few folks I know. Anybody have a suggestion on who we should raid today? Thank you, everybody. Krenzalin, yes. Thank you, Ranger Mousetrap.
I had an
Johnny,
Instagram friend on
Old
earlier, but
School,
they're not streaming it.
congrats.
You know you liked the
Yes,
string.
Brian, you.
I lost another body part
Hit
tonight.
me on Discord, yes, sir. And we'll get you all signed up. So all of my Underdark Uprising players,
Start using the other hand.
I'll be getting with you on Discord tonight. All the character sheets are going to go out. You guys will have a draft for your character sheet. What's more appropriate than a draft on the Super
Is
Bowl day?
Old School in Discord? That is a good question.
He just said I'll drop by Discord.
All right,
so
let me
I think
put
you'll get
the
in.
creds in just one more time.
More vote. Oh, it's so close. Cade with 7. Eamon with 7. Alcott with 5. Irda with 3. Oh,
very
I know.
Eamon takes the lead. 8. Cade with 7.
4 votes.
Cade promises more rum for the votes.
I'm going to the
Always.
captain's club. I got in by telling the tale.
So close. Oh, it's tied 8-8. It's tied 8-8.
Oh,
It's right at the
oh,
end.
so close.
Cade,
Somebody.
Cade, Eamon.
Oh!
Cade, Eamon.
Someone get one of
Oh,
them.
no.
It's so close. It's so close.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
It's
goodness!
Cade.
Oh! tied.
So
okay.
do we do a roll off or do we replay?
Sorry, ears.
What should we do? We're kind of late on time. The Super Bowl's coming up.
Give them both 1,000.
Let's do this.
I was feeling generous.
We're gonna do
Buccaneers!
as our Thomas Alcott suggested. We're going to break the blue box rules today. It is co-stream MVP. Each of you get 1,000 experience points. Let's give a round
Thank
of
you.
applause to them. And anybody have suggestions on who? Oh wait, we didn't ask today. If you're watching and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or worst of all, if you're a sub whose sub expired and you haven't resubbed, we have one question for you. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow.
And go check out all the awesome RP that's happening in Discord.
Yes,
Eamon did some
exactly.
freaking awesome
All right,
stuff.
We're going to do.
Doing stuff.
Did anyone suggest someone?
I didn't see.
All right, we're gonna do.
I didn't have anything.
I don't want to raid somebody I don't know, so we're just gonna kill it there tonight. No raid. What? All right, thank you everybody. Bye bye. Have a great night and enjoy the Super Tuesday night. Back for Greyhawk Awakening, and we will again. If you're on the winners of our Underdark Uprising, be in the chat. I'll get with you in Underdark Uprising in our Discord and get the draft up. Yes.
Are we playing this next week? Because Valentine's Day is on this day next week.
Oh, next Sunday is
Sunday is
Valentine's
How
Day.
did my husband know that?
He did, which is why we're not playing next Sunday. We'll talk later. All right, thank you everybody.